All right, look at that. Look at that. Are we ready? Are we ready? I said, are we ready? It seems like we are. So with that being said, let's go. That's right. Good to see everybody. Welcome to the watch along. Welcome to the stream. Wow, what a way to kick things off. We are kicking things off right here with Cody freaking Rhodes. Cody Rhodes in the house right now. It's good to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Good to see the family on here. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Monday night. And Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, looking extra happy tonight. Of course, he has all the rights to be. After all, he beat Brock Lesnar. He says this is not just a high point in his career, but it's a very high point in his life. You know, he won the Royal Rumble. He beat Brock Lesnar all within a matter of months. And he's very proud of that, as he should be. Look at that. Cody Rhodes right here, guys. Cody chants going on here in the arena. Good to see everybody. Ricky, welcome, welcome. Clayton, welcome. Great to see you. That's right, we're back in the studio. Stud Sports, good to see you. Welcome. Andy, Miss Carr, great to see everybody. Here we are.
I think let's talk about one of your own.
Wow.
I think let's talk about a beast that had his claws sharpened here.
So, Cody wants to talk about a beast. I see that. We got Johnny here. Good to see you, Johnny. Remember the welcome. Oh my god. Alright, I see it. Johnny says, I had a bad day, but I listened to your interviews and feel a little bit better, my brother. Much love to you. We're always here for you whenever you need to talk to us. Good to see you, Johnny. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Pulaski, hello, hello. Great to see everybody. Bro, man. Great to see you all.
That's one thing. What happened next, I could have never imagined. Take a look.
And this is what they're calling it, an unscripted moment. Not only Triple H said that, but various, news sources, dirt sheets are calling this an unscripted moment. By the way, Slut Sports has just hit the subscribe button. Thank you for that. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. So, a lot of people are calling this an unscripted moment at SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar shaking Cody Rhodes' hands, lifting his arm up in victory, passing the torch, as they're calling it. It seems like that was an unscripted moment. That's right. Good to see you, Moons. Welcome. It's not just a new room, it's a whole new studio. It's good to see you. Welcome. Clayton, David, everybody, Andy. It's good to see you all. Wow. The confidence is kind of boosting right now. Cody Rhodes says that he feels he can beat anybody in the world right now. That's how he feels. Wait a second. Oh my goodness, really? Was not expecting that, to be honest. I was not expecting that. It's time, guys. It's time. Seth Rollins is on his way out right now. I was not expecting that. Cody Rhodes says that he feels he can beat anybody right now. And coming out next is Seth Rollins. Looks like he was in the back and he was very well listening. Uh-oh. Dear Lord, what's happening here? What is happening here? I feel like something's going down. Wait a second. Oh, dear. Oh, my goodness. Seth Rollins is indeed here. There you are. Seth Rollins is in the house. Good to see everybody. That's right. That's right. Wow. What the hell is Seth Rollins wearing all yellow tonight? Wow. Look at those boots, guys. Look at those boots. That is hilarious. Just take a look at those boots. That's something. That's something right there. And he says, AJ, you're wearing NWO colors. That is too sweet. Thanks for that, Andy. Thank you for that. And I know, guys, Seth Rollins is here. Surprised to see him. Oh, my goodness. Look at those glasses. That's crazy. Seth Rollins is a crazy man. But, you know, I mean, I'm surprised to see him here myself. I can see Clayton surprised, Nicholas surprised. Good to see everybody. Nicholas, good to see you. But Seth Rollins out here. I thought Cody Rhodes was not going to go after Seth Rollins, you know, because his primary target was Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But is Cody Rhodes now going to take an easy way out and go after Seth Rollins' World Championship instead of Roman Reigns' World title? That is interesting. Set attires are nasty. Yep, absolutely. This attire, what he's wearing tonight, is not just nasty. I would rather call it traumatizing. Look at whatever he's wearing tonight. That's that's good enough to cause a trauma. That's for sure.
The future of the World Heavyweight Championship. You were the first man to walk down that aisle and get in my face. So consider this me returning the favor.
Oh dear. Really?
Now, did I hear you right when you said you feel like you...
Well, I guess. We've got a title match coming up very soon. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seems like it's going to happen. Clayton, is Seth going to drop title to Cody? I mean, I don't know what to think right now. I had not imagined Cody Rhodes becoming champion until at least WrestleMania over Roman Reigns. But now, with Seth Rollins here and Cody Rhodes also having quite a hot streak, you know, winning and winning, beating Brock Lesnar, winning the Royal Rumble, whatnot. It's hard to see him, you know, wait a second. Now we've got the Judgment Day coming up. What is happening here? What is happening? And no Finn Balor, guys. You know, it's only Damian. You don't see Finn Balor here, so not sure what's going on here between the two. If things are okay, if they're not okay, we don't know much about it. That's crazy. No Finn Balor here. Damian Priest on his way out with Rhea and Dominic, and that's about it. It's good to see everybody. Nautic in the house. Good to see you, brother. Loving the studio, the quality of the studio. You know, brother, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Good to see you.
Dictate what happens with championships around here. The judgment they do.
Really? True says Cody is not winning the title. And, you know, I think so too. I mean, again, he's not going to take shortcuts. We all know that he wants to defeat Roman Reigns for that title. He wants to defeat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for that championship. He's not taking shortcuts with Seth Rollins, right? It's not happening.
We have the North American champion, Dominic Mysterio.
Wow. The boos here for Dominic. I feel like Seth Rollins almost cracked up at those boos. They're funny. They're funny. That's right, Tony. Good to see you. House of Purple indeed. I heard Seth was supposed to go in the fuse and Cody again earlier. I see Johnny says he heard about the feud that was going to happen. Seems like it's happening, brother. Andy says, let's give the best wishes for Sonya Deville. Okay, best wishes to her. Is there some news about Sonya Deville that I don't know about, Andy? Let me know what's happening. And here we are now, face-to-face, Dominic and Cody. Interesting. Of course, Dominic tries to speak up and the fans booing the heck out of him, as they should. And now look at that. Finn Balor in here ambushing Seth Rollins. We all thought, okay, maybe Damian Priest and Finn Balor, they're not getting along. That's why they're not here together tonight. But there you are. Finn Balor gets in here and attacks Seth Rollins. The Judgment Day taking care. Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got the Lone Wolf. We got Sami Zayn coming out now. That's interesting. That is definitely interesting. Sami Zayn is in the house. Was not quite expecting that, but now we are here with Sami Zayn. Cody and Sami and Seth working together. Oh my goodness. Seems like we already have our main event, guys. It looks to me, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think I'm right here. I think in the main event, we're going to get a 6-man tag. Yeah. Finn, Damian, and Dominic versus Seth, Cody, and Sammy. It seems like it. Yeah, 6-man tag. That's where we're getting, a 6-man tag. Yeah, we're getting a 6-man tag. It's happening, guys. Sure. Yep. Of course it's happening. And Cody Rhodes more than happy to issue the challenge. Of course it's happening, guys. We got ourselves a main event 6-man tag, and that's that. True with the big old eyes here for Rhea Ripley. Rhea indeed looking good, guys. That's right. She tore her ACL Friday night. Yep, brother, you're right. Yes. I almost forgot about that. Of course, more power to Sonya. Hope she recovers quick. And yeah, just wishing the best for her. Cody is unofficially the E of Raw. That's right. Absolutely, the EVP of Raw. And here we are, speaking of EVPs, we got Wade Barrett here, looking pretty damn good, right? He looks sharp. Of course, he is calling the action here with Michael Cole. I was thinking, why does Raw sound so much more fresh tonight? I guess it's because of Wade Barrett and Michael Cole. The team is here, calling the action on Monday Night Raw. No Kevin Patrick tonight, so you know that I'm happy. I'm extraordinarily happy to not have Kevin Patrick here. It's great. It's great. And let's see, AJ texted you, sure, that's right, Andy, that's right. I met Rhea and Dominic on Friday, says Clayton. That's awesome. Rhea and Dom, did you slap Dominic in the face for me? Sonya's DeVille went to jail. That's a good one, Sludge. No, that did not happen. All right. Cody versus Guevara on Raw. That will be nice. But, you know, again, a dream match. A dream match. I think Damian will be the next heavyweight champion, says Sludge. Yeah, definitely. I see it coming too, but I think it's going to take some time. It's going to take a while. It's going to be a slow burn, not so quickly. And that's how it should be. Cody is not winning the title again. True, I agree with that. You know, I don't know. Cody seems more eager to have the 6-man tag tonight rather than a championship match. So it doesn't even look like he's too keen to get that title shot, apparently.
Gentlemen, please. Thank you. I realize before you, I feel like things are going right for you, okay? But, yes, but remember that you're all just a moment away from greatness. And you've all been on that precipice. And I'm hoping that tonight I can present you all with an opportunity to make a firm.
Why is Matt Riddle here? Why? All right. Well, I guess we're going to get Gunther versus Tommaso Ciampa because there's no way in hell Ricochet is winning. You know, Matt Riddle is not winning anything. You know, I don't think that Chad Gable is going to win this match either. He's got too much to do with Maxine and Otis. It's going to be Tommaso Ciampa, guys. Spoiler alert, but we're going to get Tommaso Ciampa as the winner, and he's going to go on to face Gunther. That's what I feel. But Broman here says Finn have nothing to carry to the ring, so he's backstage. He did show up, but yeah, it's going to be interesting how they're able to perform tonight, you know, as a team with Finn Balor and Damien apparently having problems. We shall see. But let's see, they changed up the broadcasting team, Andy. It seems great. It sounds great so far. AJ, what pay-per-view do you think Kairi Sane is going to show up? Kairi Sane, by the way, delivered her, you know, farewell message. You know, she talked about the next chapter in her career. She says she doesn't know a lot about what she's going to be doing in the WWE, but she wants to do something different because she says she's 32, 34 years old. She realizes that she doesn't have a lot of years ahead of herself as a wrestler. So whatever she does in the WWE, Kairi Sane says she wants to do something different, something historic, something that's never been done before. So, I mean, I feel like if she wants to do something so big, maybe, you know, show up at Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble, who knows? But let's see. We shall find out in a bit. Ricochet could win. He's on a streak, says Andrew. Streak. He lost to Logan Paul, Andrew, did he not? So, I mean, I understand what you're saying. He's fire hot. He's getting shots. He's getting exposure. He's definitely on fire. Everybody else in that match doesn't seem like they're on the same fire, the same level as Ricochet. You're right about that, Natik. But still, I feel like it's got to be Tommaso Ciampa. That's where my money is. I think it's got to be Tommaso Ciampa. Riddle is a body, says Chur. That's right. They needed 4 people, and Riddle is the 4th person. That's it. Nick Aldis is backstage at Raw, says Ricky. I'm glad you brought that up, Ricky. Thanks for that. So Nick Aldis actually is really backstage tonight. What they're saying is that he's going to be working as a producer, and they're going to be testing him. He's on a probation period, a trial period, and he will be doing a few live shows as a producer, tested in the waters, and if he does well, if WWE's happy with his job, if he's happy with his own job, it could be a long-term thing. Nick Aldis right now is injured, so I'm taking this whole thing as perhaps until he's recovered, until he's cleared, he'll be back wrestling full time, this time for the WWE, but until then he's working as a producer is what I'm taking this as. I don't see Nick Aldis working as a producer full time, just not yet. Run DMG Marble there, I acknowledge you all day, every day. It's good to see you. Welcome. And Matt Riddle now on his way out. I hate this guy so much. All right. But yeah, waiting for the Alpha Academy to come out here. Is the guy already here? Oh, dear. Yeah. I hate this Matt Riddle guy. Look at the Rhino and stuff. Just hate that stuff. And Tommaso Ciampa making his way out. But I'm here supporting my boys. I'm here supporting my man. Of course, I'm here supporting Chad Gable. Who else? I'm hoping that Chad Gable gets the victory, but I don't know. They just told us that Gable is winning, sister. If that's right, I'm more than ready for it, brother. Hey, did you see Logan Paul? I did see it. You guys mentioned it that day itself when we were doing the watch-along. He did make it to his brother's fight. I think that's awesome. I think that's great. Great to have a support system like that in the family. Good for him and good for his brother. Nick Aldis dealing with back injury. That's right, and that's what I feel. By the way, guys, it's time for the swoosh. Yes, right. Swoosh it up, because coming up next is Chad Gable and Otis. That's right. Gotta love these two. These 3, actually. I feel like Maxine has been such a breath of fresh air in this faction. So desperately needed. We never even realized it, but she was so needed. Usually we see females joining a faction, a male faction, and it all turns down to, nothing, and their involvement is pointless. But in the case of the Alpha Academy, Maxine Dupree's, involvement has been such a blessing to the whole faction. It's been great. And TNA has taken over the WWE back. So you're right, True. When I put out this news on Instagram as well, most of the comments were based on that. Okay, of course they wanted another TNA star. Of course TNA's taking over. They are taking over. A few years ago, they said, okay, when is WWE purchasing TNA? When are they buying that pissant company, TNA? And look at it now, TNA taking over the WWE in a very low-key manner, but they're doing it. That's right, bro, man, with the swoosh right here. I love that. Johnny with the swoosh. Heck yeah. It was a good night for Logan Brothers. You're right, David. Yeah, it was a fairy tale kind of night for the Logan Brothers. WWE's letting Rhea Ripley wrestle men. Yep, they're making an exception here for Rhea Ripley, it seems. But also let's talk about her own title run. It's not been impressive. It's not been great. Rhea Ripley's her own title run has been just there, I guess. She did not defend at SummerSlam. She doesn't really defend at the pay-per-views. Her title run itself has not been great. And I believe that is something that we can all, agree on. It's just not been a great title run so far for Rhea Ripley. But all right, guys, coming up next, got this match underway. And David says, TNA has bought WWE for $10 billion. That's so funny. But speaking of buying and purchasing and contracts, guys, I'll tell you what. Jacob Fatu is such a funny guy. So I reached out to the guy that Jacob Fatu is under contract with. I told you about it, right? Jacob Fatu is in a lifelong contract with somebody. So I reached out to that somebody and I said, I want to interview Jacob Fatu. That somebody, you know, happens to be a nice friend of mine. So I reached out to them last night, and I asked them if I can interview Jacob Fatu. And what would you guess? You know, he said, AJ, I would love for you to interview Jacob Fatu, but there's only one problem. Fatu doesn't have a phone. And I said, wait a second. So are you telling me that is it true what I heard, that he uses like a Nokia phone from back in the day with the keypads with no camera? And he said, that's right. That is exactly what he uses. So it's true. Jacob Fatu does not have a real smartphone with a camera and stuff. He uses a Nokia with the keypads still to this day. And he says, so, you know, if you come down here, or if you want me to ask him questions and record that, I can do that. But, you know, an in-person online interview would not be possible because he doesn't have the camera or the devices necessary for it. I'm like, that's great. So Jacob Fatu is such an interesting guy. He's great. Okay. And let's see. Why do you hate Riddle? Is it the Steeler like it? No, wait a second, Nicholas. Who likes Riddle, right? Is there anybody here right now or anywhere in the world who likes Riddle? That's the question. The question is not why I hate him. The question is, does anybody like Matt Riddle? Yeah. Uno reverse. That's it. That's it. Roman has been pathetic, says Andy. Wow, okay, no love for Roman Reigns here from Andy. True says Jarrett is also a big part of Wembley Stadium 2 plus Impact 1000 this week. That's right. Yep. Impact 1000 indeed happening this week. Jacob Fatu definitely old school. Talk about being old school, Andy. Yeah, that's funny. Just do an audio interview. Yeah, I'll actually reach out and say that, okay, we want to do an audio interview. Is that possible? That'd be cool. I don't like Riddle, says Andy. Exactly what I'm talking about. Nobody likes Riddle. Nobody in their right mind would ever like Riddle. That's true. By the way, Ricochet right here, sending Tommaso Ciampa down hard. Tommaso in trouble, Ricochet going for the cover, and Ciampa kicks out. I think we are all looking at a winner here tonight in Ricochet. I think so. Yeah. And Ricochet now climbing the top turnbuckle. Look at what he's going to be doing here. Matt Riddle right behind him. I don't think Ricochet realizes that, but Riddle with some shots to the back of Ricochet. And now we got Tommaso Ciampa. Are we looking at a triple superplex? That's crazy. Oh my goodness, where is the fourth guy now? We got Ricochet, we got Riddle, we got Ciampa. All that we need. There you go. There you go. It's time for the Alpha Cut. Holy crap, Chad Gable does it. Chad Gable does it. Oh my goodness. That was a crazy move off the top. And look at Gunther in the back just watching this match and smiling. That was a crazy maneuver. You gotta give a lot of props, a lot of credit to Chad Gable for being able to do what he just did right there. Incredible. Yeah. His on-screen character is annoying, says True. I mean, it's just not his on-screen character, it's everything. Even his off-screen character, even Riddle himself in real, is just straight up annoying. Very annoying. And you know, very interestingly, guys, speaking of Riddle now, and speaking of the off-screen character, Nautic Andrew sent me a, by the way, we got Anil here, but once again, good to see you, Anil, welcome. We got Gary, great to see you, my brother. And Gary says, why does everybody hate my 420 bro so much? Your bro, Gary? Really? Okay. So, I'm totally judging you right now. But Nautic sent me a article the other day about Riddle, and that article said that, actually, it was not an article, but he's told me that there's an article out there that says that Riddle is now no longer being pushed by the company because the company feels that there's so much going on in his personal life and it's quite messy. And for that reason, they're not pushing him any longer because he makes some wrong decisions or he does stuff in his personal life, apparently, that does not suit the company. So they no longer want to pursue him and they no longer want to push him, is what they're saying. So, yeah, whatever that means. But apparently the word is out there on the streets right now that his personal life is messy. And that's why the WWE just does not want to push him any further. Interesting. It's very interesting. And Ricky says, I like RVD. More RVD as Riddle. Riddle is so boring. I mean, I cannot even compare RVD to Riddle. By the way, Riddle here with a superplex to Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa here goes back first into the mat, fidgeting around the ring, and holy crap, 450 splash together right there by, oh my goodness, Chad Gable, Riddle, and of course we got Ricochet. They both go for the cover. That's crazy. That was Chad Gable with the frog splash, and of course Ricochet with a 450. Beautiful maneuver. Crazy. Okay, I'm not passing judgment off screen, but I don't know the guys is true. That's very fair, brother. RVD's the only 420 guy. You know it. I heard that Nick Aldis. So, Anil, what's happening right now is that Nick Aldis is apparently backstage working as a producer. So, backstage role here. He's not going to be on screen, at least for the foreseeable future. He will be working only as a backstage producer for the weeks to come. And if he's able to impress the WWE, who knows? Things might change, and we might see him defeating Austin Theory for the United States Championship in a few weeks from now. And I know that everybody liked that idea, right? Because I love the idea. When I put the news out on Instagram talking about Nick Aldis apparently, working as a producer, one of the first comments that I got was that he should beat Austin Theory. And I thought to myself, wow, that's a great idea. I mean, Austin Theory, after beating John Cena, he needs to drop the title because he's doing absolutely nothing with the title. But there's nobody else who would be better to drop the title to than Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis already super duper over. People already love him. He is a powerhouse. He looks like a powerhouse. So if you have Gunther as your Intercontinental Champion, if you've got somebody like Nick Aldis as your United States Championship, problem solved. All the championships have some solid champions. It will be fantastic. It will be beautiful. And here we are, by the way. We got Ricochet and Chad Gable tossed to the outside. Ricochet now one more time here, looking to climb the top. Or is he looking for a springboard maneuver here? There you go. Tommaso Ciampa gets his knees up right in time, straight to the face of Ricochet. Is my prediction going to come true? Is Tommaso Ciampa going to get the victory here? He takes Ricochet out, goes for the cover on the man, and Ricochet with a kick out at 2.5. And if that's the case, RVD has... I know. RVD, you can't even talk about it enough, right? RVD, his life is definitely messy. Yeah. You're right. And a lot of people have had their highs, their lows, whatnot, and, what can you do? Or maybe a feud with Cody would be cool. That would be cool as well, absolutely. Why not? Rather it be LA Knight versus Theory, says Randy. I would love that too, brother. Absolutely. Yes, would love that. Totally would love that. Yeah, let's see. When November comes, I would love to see the Pirate Princess Kairi Sane on Raw, says Tony. I like that. November, yeah? She did say her goodbyes. She did confirm the news, in Japan that, all right, my next chapter is about to begin. My chapter here is closing. And she's got some, she's determined. She's determined to do something big. She's got some big hopes and dreams. And she wants to do something different, something that's never been done before in the WWE. Let's see what that's going to be like. Chad Gable here, looking for the German suplex on Riddle. Oh my goodness, and Ricochet here with the assistance. A roll-up on Ricochet, sees German suplex on Ricochet, but Tommaso Ciampa gets in here with a back breaker to the man. Now we got Chad Gable rolling up Tommaso Ciampa. And a German suplex here. Going for the cover. And Ciampa gets his shoulders up and... Wait. Really? We got a... Oh my goodness, wait. I thought he kicked out. I love it. We got a winner, guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. True is right. True is never wrong when it comes to the predictions. We got Chad Gable as your champion. That's right. Chad Gable, Sush time. He is victorious and he's going to be fighting Gunther. Now, I don't know how that's going to go down. Look at that Gunther here with smiling. He's laughing in the back. But we shall see what happens when Chad Gable fights Gunther. That's going to be interesting. I know. Anil is surprised. Gable wins. That's right. True. You were correct. You were totally correct. What a shocker. Chad Gable wins. It's going to be a shocker if he defeats Gunther, which I don't think is going to happen, but it's still sweet to see Chad Gable getting some chances, getting some shots. That is what is sweet to see. I'm surprised the flying headbutt isn't banned. I know, true. That's a very good point. Yeah, I bet WWE audience is completely ignorant to. You know what? You're right about that too, because in the comments on Instagram, there were quite a few comments that I saw, and I couldn't believe them. Who that were like, "Who is Nick Aldis?" A lot of people did not know Nick Aldis. That's true. That's true. You can't blame them because, some people are just casual fans of wrestling, which I would say they're just casual fans of the WWE because they only watch WWE and that's about it. They don't care about anything else. They don't watch anything else. Cannot blame them. It's just their choice. But it's true. There are people. Oh my goodness, there you go. Nice moment here being shared with his son, I believe. That's beautiful. Is that his son? Oh, that's sweet. That is cute. Yeah, that's his son. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's great. Anil says, Gable versus Gunther would be a good match. Yep, we shall see how this happens. For once, they did not screw the hometown wrestler. It's good to see him with a victory, and he looks very happy. I would like to see Josh Alexander in the WWE, says Johnny. But I believe that Josh Alexander recently re-signed with Impact Wrestling, so him joining WWE really, at this point, doesn't seem like a likely scenario. Seems like he's going to stay there, for a long while. Yeah. Tony says, chanting, you suck. Wow, Tony. No love for Gable? Okay, all right. Gable versus Gunther, that's terrible. Gable versus Gunther would be a good match again. I totally agree with that. Gunther is going to kill Chad Gable. You know what a total heel move would have been? For Gunther to come out while he was holding up his son and celebrating ringside with him, and for Gunther to attack Chad Gable right then and there. That would have been a total monstrous heel move. That would have been crazy. Sorry, I thought it was Kurt Angle. Oh, that is funny. No, not Kurt Angle. Not Kurt Angle. We're taking a look back at what happened between Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. All right. I agree. Yeah. I agree. Josh Alexander just comes across as an Impact guy. I don't see him, to be honest, jumping the ship anytime soon to anywhere. Crossovers once in a while, they make sense, but I don't see him, getting out of that Impact contract and joining another company in the foreseeable future. Same with guys like Moose, right? Moose also re-signed with Impact recently, but I just see these guys as Impact lifers. They're going to be with Impact Wrestling for life. They're not going to go anywhere is what I feel. They're comfortable there. They're respected over there. I just don't see why they would leave that promotion. Also, they're working a much lighter schedule. If they were to join WWE or AEW, they got to be traveling. They're going to be, of course, working a much heavier schedule. With Impact, I believe they tape in Vegas, right? So that way they don't have to travel either. That's just a lot more convenient for a lot of these guys. And Andy says, what happened, AJ froze? If I froze, guys, just try to restart the stream, and it should be okay. And here we are. Brock shows respect for Cody completely. Yes. Yeah, what they're saying is that it was unscripted. I flipped out. I totally broke down when that happened. I could not believe it. But apparently it was indeed unscripted. Triple H said it. A lot of dirt sheets are now saying it as well, that was indeed an unscripted moment. Again, it could very well be scripted. It's just that they're denying it, that they deny it's ever happened, right? But what do you guys think? Do you think it was scripted, unscripted? Let me know. And whenever Walter drops the Intercontinental Champion, it will be him versus Lesnar. Fingers crossed, but I really hope that happens. Wait a second.
Look, I know there's history here. I know there's tension here. I know there's a lot of... There's just a lot here, okay? I don't expect you guys to solve all your problems overnight, but we have a chance to do something tonight. I don't know about you, Seth, but I am sick of dealing with judgment. I've been dealing with it for months. You've been dealing with it for months. Now, they put my undisputed tag team championships in jeopardy. They injured my partner. My tag team partner, your friend, Kevin Owens. Your friend, Kevin Owens. He's on the shelf now because of that.
Wow.
Now, we have a chance.
Whenever did Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens become friends? I didn't know that. Okay. cool. Impact seemingly gives them flexibility they want exactly. They give them respect, flexibility, very good money as well. So why not? Why would they not re-sign with the company? Let's see. You're right, Anil. That is indeed a Mania level match. Lesnar versus Walter Gunther would be great. You know, I would even like it better if it were for the Intercontinental Championship, because talk about putting some respect to the IC title. It would be crazy, crazy big. Lesnar fighting for the IC title, it just does not get any bigger than that. But again, knowing Lesnar, it probably will be a non-title match, so that's that. Brock shows respect for Cody, completely unscripted once again. Tony, you're right about that. And let's see. Are you all having... So, yeah, not frozen for anybody, Andy. I would suggest just restart your app, like shut it down and restart it, and that should be okay. That should get you working. Sorry about the technical glitches. What's happening here? Wait a second. So we just got a video package from Summerslam showing us a recap between Brock and Cody. Then we went to a backstage segment where Sami Zayn was trying to get Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes on the same page. And now, once again, we're getting a video package featuring Roman Reigns and Jey Uso from SummerSlam. So I take that we're going to go to a commercial break after all of these video packages. Okay. And True says working fine on my end. Thank you for that. Thanks for the confirmation, brother. But yeah, it seems like we are going to be going to a commercial break right about now. Okay, let's see. But one more time, guys, prayers go out to Sonya Deville, who is out indefinitely now. You gotta wonder what's next for Chelsea Green. Now that Sonya Deville is out, what is Chelsea Green gonna be doing? I would say it's perfect time for Sami Zayn and Chelsea Green to join forces. You know, for Sami, Kevin's out. For Chelsea, of course, Sonya is out. Why don't they two just join forces and make magic happen? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. All right. Anyways, let's see. But on a more serious note, I do wonder what is Chelsea gonna be doing now. You know, it's interesting. All right, there's some news coming, guys. So tonight, I can see, as we know already, Robert Roode is backstage working as a producer. He also worked SummerSlam as a producer. And also, Nick Aldis is indeed backstage. It has been confirmed, but right now, he is backstage and is working as a producer. So both the guys are tonight. They're backstage. They're both working as producers. And that has been confirmed by various news sources. This one, I don't know if you guys are going to like it or not. I don't know how many Nia Jax fans do we have here. But apparently, there is some rumblings, some talks about Nia Jax possibly returning to the company. Interesting. PW Insider says that multiple sources had heard her name mentioned lately. So she could be coming back. Of course, we know that Ronda Rousey has left the company, so I don't know if Nia Jax is going to be trying to filling the void that Ronda Rousey leaves behind. But apparently, Nia Jax could be coming away. Ricky says, "Go away, Nia Jax." No love for Nia Jax from Ricky here. True says, "I would love to hear how Jimmy turning on Jay makes sense." Maybe Jimmy is jealous of Jay. True, I told you this already. I provided an explanation to this like a week ago. Nobody else called it. I called it. So, yeah, I'm just kidding. So, what I think is that Jimmy Uso came out there and, he helped Roman Reigns get the victory because he realizes that the tribe needs a strong tribal chief. They don't need somebody like Jay. They need somebody like Roman, somebody who can stand up for the family, somebody who is a good representative of the tribe. And that's why he came out and he helped the alpha man, Roman Reigns. That's what I feel. But we shall find out, of course, when Jimmy speaks for himself this Friday. What is happening? Oh, LA Knight, yeah. There you go. Yep. I don't know if Wade Barrett is trying to be sarcastic over there, but he's talking about being a megastar and being in the Slim Jim Battle Royal. If you were a megastar, you would not be in the Slim Jim Battle Royal in the first place. Yeah, just kidding. But it's good to see LA Knight getting some exposure, definitely being treated as a star now. The Miz is pissed off that he won one Battle Royal and now he's acting like a big shot. So we shall find out. I'm still shocked from Jimmy turning on Jay. I'm the only one who's not shocked. I saw it coming like miles away, All right, LA Knight, next U.S. Heavyweight Champion. Yes, that's right, Brother Randy. Totally ready for that. True says Jax has been bumping and doing TikTok videos. If she was actually coming back, she would have came back after the Rumble. What do you mean bumping, True? Is she doing OnlyFans? What kind of bumps are we talking about here? Let me know. And let's see what else. Andrew says, what do you think AJ will be doing? What is that about? Wait, Andrew, what is that question about? All right, let's see. True says Slim Jim is probably still a nice payday. Yep, you're right. And definitely. I mean, I was just trying to imagine how much did C4 pay the WWE because, watching SummerSlam again, I just saw C4 everywhere. Bianca Belair coming out, sipping on C4. C4 running through the screens, the ribbons everywhere, the apron, the barricade. C4 basically took over SummerSlam. And here we are. Oh my goodness, these two are still feuding? They're still fighting? Okay, I thought it was already over with, but seems like we're going to get Shinsuke and Bronson again. I thought this was like done and over with, but okay. Reps in the ring, that's cool, True. Thanks for that. You told me about a whole different kind of bumps. See, I still remember, True, when you talked about Mandy Rose and how they're taking different kind of bumps. That was funny. Sometimes I think about your comments, guys, during the day, and I just laugh in my head. It's so funny. Ricky says, social media was crying about Roman won and fan was blaming WWE and wins for Roman and turned Jimmy heel. I know. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I am thrilled about the fact that the Usos finally split. The Usos have been around and they have been together forever. Finally, they're split. I really hope that they use the split to the fullest because Jimmy and Jay turning on each other is big, right? You've got two twins here turning on each other, and that definitely makes headlines. Punk's AJ, I see, True. Shinsuke's a heel, says Andy. Yep, badass Shinsuke Nakamura. Is Bronson Reed not to be taken as a heel either? Because, you look at this guy, look at his face, look at the expressions. He comes across as heel to me. So both of them are heel, yeah? Oh, Johnny says he would like to see me interview CM Punk. CM Punk blocked me on Instagram like 5 years ago. So, I don't know. Oh, my goodness. But anything is possible, I also was blocked by Jinder Mahal's Singh brothers, but I ended up interviewing them. So, anything's possible. AJ, have you heard the newest rumor for Jay? No, Andy. Go ahead. Let me know. What is the latest rumor for Jey Uso? And here they are. They lock it up again. Shinsuke Nakamura, he came to Raw only with one outfit, the black and the white. That's it. That's all that he's been wearing ever since he was drafted to Raw. I'm getting a little bit tired of it. And Bronson Reed now with a pat to the head of Shinsuke Nakamura, playing with him, laughing at Nakamura. Nakamura is enraged. He goes after Bronson. Bronson very quickly grabs him in a headlock here. Nakamura throwing him over to the ropes. Bronson Reed rebounds, shoulder tackle, and Shinsuke goes down hard. Heel on heel action. That's right, True. We got Mustafa here. Good to see you, brother. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. And Bronson now challenging Shinsuke Nakamura to come ahead. Go for it. AJ, I was blocked by Top Dollar. Or you were blocked by Top Dollar. Oh, lucky you, Johnny. Lucky you. Top Dollar. All right. What did you do to piss him off? That's funny. I would like to be blocked by Top Dollar as well. All right, I'd much rather the match on Saturday end with Roman pummeling Jay like he did at Night of Champions 2020 and close the book on the Bloodline for good. Says there's still a lot of milking to do here, Nicholas. They still have to milk a lot of the Bloodline. Lots of money, lots of time, at least until WrestleMania. There's still a lot of milking to do here. Who knows? Maybe Jimmy Uso is a plant. Maybe Jimmy Uso is a traitor. Maybe he's joining the bloodline just to destroy it from the inside, destroy it internally. Who knows? Maybe Jimmy Uso, it's just a long, long plan in the making for him. So we shall find out. And he's worn black and red. He's worn black. I know that he's worn black and yellow, but black and red too? I probably would have not noticed. Thanks for that, True. All right, let's see. I'm sorry, I never got the obsession for splitting tag teams up. That must be Vinnie Mac thing. I know, Gary, right? I know. I still remember when, who was the guy? I can't even recall it now. Yes, that's right, Lana. I still, this was like absolutely crazy, and something that I don't even know why would anybody want to do that, especially somebody who's 70 years plus old. But I still remember when Vince McMahon wanted to keep Lana away from Rusev because he did not see those two as a couple. He could not imagine Lana being with Rusev, and that's the only reason why. In storyline, he tried to split them up, get them on different brands, pair Lana up with Dolph Ziggler or Bobby Lashley, because he could not see Rusev and Lana together, even though they were a couple in real life. It's still beyond me, and still makes me laugh. I mean, how does one do that? If you know that they're in love in real life, let them freaking be. But no, you want to get in there like, I don't even know what to say, but okay. Vince McMahon is funny like that. He definitely likes to split people up. Not just tag teams, even lovers. That's true. But they once in SmackDown has an incredibly weak roster, says Nicholas. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. They're not going to do that. They're not going to end Bloodline yet. And look at the Judgment Day here. They're back on the same page apparently because, okay, again, Judgment Day kind of run Raw, so they can't really, dissolve the faction just yet. They're giving the Bloodline the NWO treatment. Vince has tag team wrestling. He hates it. That's right, he hates it. Andy says Vince is a homewrecker. That's right. If you're a good tag team, or if it's there's a good brotherhood going in there, or even if there's some romance going in there, he's gonna come in and he's gonna break you up. He's a homewrecker. That's the perfect way to put it. That is the perfect way to put it. And let's see, AJ. I don't know if you heard about JD from New York, but I agreed with him on something about Top Dollar and then Top Dollar. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, that's what I've heard about JD from New York. I believe that he's still doing stuff on YouTube, and he gets a lot of hate, right? Because he has got a lot of negative things to say about a lot of wrestlers. And I remember Liv Morgan or somebody tweeted about him a while back. And they called him out for being disrespectful to the women or something. I remember something like that. But I've heard JD from New York. I've heard about him. Yeah. More like Fast and Furious treatment, Nicholas. I see it. Agent, 13 years ago, Tamina Snuka brought the Usos in WWE. And look at where Tamina Snuka is now. Andy, thanks for reminding us that. That's crazy. I like to see Jay break his brother's What? Mustafa, that's a bit too much. Don't you think so? Mustafa says that he would like to see Jay break his brother's legs. That's a bit too extreme, Mustafa. I don't know about that. Reed just knocked down Nakamura with his pelvis. Oh my goodness, really? And that's why we go to a commercial break right there. Okay. And Johnny says, I think Vince McMahon is just jealous. He was not the one in the tank with Lana at WrestleMania. So Vince is just jealous. He's the one who paid for the tank, but did not really get action in the tank. He's just jealous of it. You're right. The whole story with the tank and Rusev and Lana, I still don't know if it's real. I don't know if they just made that stuff up, to get on the headlines. But that is a crazy story. But if it's true, pretty awesome on Rusev and Lana. Meant AJ and I see. Andrew, my brother. I thought you talking about me. Okay, AJ Mendes, that's right. So AJ Mendes, AJ Lee, and Women of Wrestling, that's WOW, they're splitting ways. They are parting ways. And here, Andrew is here with the questions asking, what do you see Mrs. Mendes doing, joining her husband? Now, AJ Lee is technically, one more time, a free agent. So, question to all of you guys. Do you see AJ joining CM Punk in AEW? Or doing her own thing, or just, relaxing at home, writing yet another book, or doing a show, something else? Let me know what you guys think. AJ, if you want to laugh after, look at Vince McMahon signing. Vince McMahon signing. What do you mean, Andy? Signing what? Or singing? I'll take a look. All right. So again, great question about AJ. I see AJ Mendez doing her own thing, says David. I mean, I would like to see her in AEW. It would be pretty nice. It's been a while since we've seen her on TV. I mean, and on one of those mainstream shows that's, AEW or WWE, so it would be cool. I think CM Punk's too focused right now, to need AJ. I don't think CM Punk needs AJ Lee. He's like the locker room leader, especially when it comes to Collision. So I don't think he needs his wife to be there right now. So no disrespect to Lee, but I feel like she's got to be home and she's got to be, doing her own thing, maybe doing a show, maybe writing a book. So I don't see her joining CM Punk, just not yet. But Johnny says, hopefully she goes to AEW with CM Punk. AJ Lee will be joining brand new women's wrestling company, says Andy. So that's probably it. Andy knows all about the hot news. All right, that's interesting, Andy. I tried to get into WWE wrestling, but it reminded me so much of the Glow Girls wrestling. It does. Really has the same vibe and everything to it. Yeah, I tried to get into it too, but it's just not accessible here, so I just kind of gave up. It's the same story for me when it comes to Japanese wrestling. It's just not very easily accessible, and with the timing and everything, it's hard to keep up. So, yeah. No, I don't see AJ Lee joining CM Punk at AEW. I see AJ Lee be solo, or she does a movie or the TV show, says Ricky. That, to me, seems more likely as well, Ricky. I agree with that. But Andy says that she will probably be joining a brand new wrestling company. She really is a women's wrestling advocate. So that also is a likely thing for her to do. AJ Lee, she's got to be on heels in a couple of weeks. Oh, she's going to be a heel. So that explains a lot now. That explains a lot. By the way, here we are, Shinsuke Nakamura going for the cover on Bronson, but Bronson very sloppily gets his shoulder up, and it's a kick out right here. Very slowly he gets his shoulder up. By the way, everybody who's watching us for the first time here tonight, make sure you hit the subscribe button, be a part of the channel, be a part of the fun, because we are here every time there's good wrestling on TV. Once again, great to see ya. Shinsuke Nakamura goes flying down, but Bronson Reed grabs him from behind. There we are, cross body. He gets Shinsuke Nakamura down right there. Nakamura is in big trouble. Are we looking at a Bronson Reed victory here? Because I am more than ready for it. I would love to see a Bronson Reed victory here tonight. Shall see. Okay. And yep, heels. I love the show heel as well, brother. But here we are. Bronson Reed is looking to put this to an end. Oh my goodness, big powerbomb here from Bronson Reed. Oh, it's still not enough to get the job done. Did you look at that? Still not enough to get the job done. Shinsuke Nakamura kicks out. And he says, former wrestler Caitlyn. I used to love Caitlyn. I loved Caitlyn when I was younger, and she was in her prime with AJ Lee and whatnot. That was like a dream team for me. It was great times. And wrestling, no shame. I would say no shame in confessing to this. But the only wrestling autograph that I've ever purchased and lost is Caitlyn's. I suck at like maintaining autographs or keeping them safe. I suck at that stuff. Oh my goodness, wait a second. Bronson Reed once again with a very close call on Shinsuke Nakamura, but Shinsuke is still with a kick out. This match is unbelievably, loaded with close calls. But going back to the topic of Caitlyn, she's the only wrestler whose interview I actually purchased from WWEshop.com for $5 or something. But yeah, I lost it. I used to love Caitlyn, but then she had a boyfriend and she left the wrestling for her boyfriend, and of course now she's no longer married to him or no longer in a relationship to him. I'm not sure how her business is doing anymore that she started with her boyfriend, that too. So it's sad. She had a great career. Everything was working out for her, but she just threw it all out the window for the sake of her lover, and I hate that. Another big clothesline here for Bronson Reed to Shinsuke Nakamura. He goes down 360. That was running powerbomb was brutal. That's right, bro, man. I mean, tonight, everything that we're seeing here is brutal. And now Bronson Reed looking to climb the top turnbuckle. Beautiful dive, but it wasn't going to pay off. I mean, it was a stupid decision to make. But, he's now paying the price for it. Bronson Reed goes diving down for the top turnbuckle. Shinsuke Nakamura very quickly gets out of the way. And, of course, Bronson is going to lose this match now. Shinsuke Nakamura with the victory, guys. That's right. Not surprised at all whatsoever. Shinsuke Nakamura with a big victory. That's right. That's what I'm talking about, right? Shinsuke Nakamura is victorious. That's right. Oh, I love doing this stuff with the lights. But yeah, Nakamura is indeed victorious, guys. And let's see, I still love Caitlyn, especially when she dresses up as Vicky Guerrero. And you're right, true. I agree. She was fine during her run. She was great. She was great. I loved her. She had personality. She had a great smile, great at promos. I think I had a crush on Caitlyn. I think. And I have made so many people mad for saying that I don't enjoy New Japan and AEW because I don't know who those people are. I would like to see some Impact guys, maybe some NWA guys, says Johnny. That's okay, brother. That's okay. I mean, if you don't know those people, so it's hard to really get excited about the people that you don't know. But I'll tell you what, if you watch the shows once, twice, thrice, give those people a chance, get more acquainted with it, I'm sure you'll start to enjoy the show because they would really put out some good content there. That's why they have such a hardcore fan base. So, give it a try whenever you get a chance to. But that's okay, to speak your hearts is a lot better than to lie. I will say this, I say this all the time to everybody. Nobody should feel pressured or peer pressured into liking something. If you don't like a particular show, I really appreciate it when people say, I don't like this show, I don't like watching Raw, I don't like watching AEW, because nobody should feel peer pressured to watch a certain show or to say that they like the show because it's a cool thing to do. Everybody should be true to themselves and only watch the content and give your precious time to the content if you enjoy it. And that's how it should be, Johnny, so that's okay. And let's see, Asia, do you know I'm friends with the country gentlemen? It's nice, all right. And she's gym leader, plus she's still wrestling on the indies, says Andy. That's sweet, brother. Wait a second. Candice LeRae, yeah. Oh, that's surprising. The man Becky Lynch coming out here, but of course, she's not wrestling, right? No, she's not wrestling. Of course, she's coming out here because she has to talk about the big match that will be happening next week. Next week, she's taking on Trish Stratus, actually, on Raw in Canada. Perhaps the last match of Trish Stratus in her current run, but yet it's happening next week, Trish versus Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch most likely out here to talk about it right now. Let's see, what else do we have here? Guess Nakamura was the face in the match. I guess so, true. Yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura needed that victory, says Gary. It was a good match, though, right? I was not expecting for it to be that good, but it was good. I mean, they really went hard with the match. Bronson Reed gave it his all. Bronson Reed is a very good athlete. The stuff that he can do, being his size, is not easy. So I've got a lot of respect for Bronson. Hopefully he gets pushed. So much for the tsunami. I know, Tony. I know. That's right. King Shaz wins. That's right, Andy. I felt sorry for Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah, it is really sad. But she will get her chance. She will get her shot at Rhea Ripley sooner than later. Until then, Rhea Ripley's just chilling with Dominic. That's right, here comes the man, Tony, indeed. But before that, we go to a commercial break. You need to watch some amazing AZM matches. I read that as amazing. AZM. Is AZM Wrestling? Is that the promotion's name? Let's see. AZM Wrestling. Oh, Azumi. I see. Oh, you're talking about the wrestler Azumi. I think we've talked about her before, right? Azumi. Yeah. I will take a look. She's the lady who fought Mercedes Moné as well, right? Sasha Banks not too long ago. I'll definitely take a look at more of her matches, brother Broman. Tony says, Becky looks like John Travolta from Greece. That's lovely. Still better than whatever the heck Seth Rollins was wearing here tonight, right? Seth Rollins in his outfit tonight with those yellow glasses and the yellow boots was absolutely traumatizing. I'm still traumatized by it. Pretty sure I still am. Yeah. All right, let's see. AJ, what you just said was beautiful. I got blocked by a couple of people on social media for saying I don't like something, but what you just said, AJ, is beautiful. Thank you for that, John. I really appreciate it, and I do feel that nobody should feel pressured into watching something. James, for example, the biggest example, our brother James right here, he doesn't watch WWE anymore, and that's okay. You should only watch the content that you enjoy, and that's that. And here we are. Once again, guys, commercial break still going on. I'm looking at various websites here, and at least 3 of the 4 websites that I've actually checked are talking about Nia Jax's possible return to the company, which is quite interesting. The thing with Nia Jax is that I don't know how many people want her, because, you know, you look up Nia Jax and you see a lot of criticism around her. So that's that. Another big report here, guys. Wait a second. Okay. So this is crazy because a big news story just broke. I don't want to go into detail and don't want to spoil the fun for anybody, but a big news story just broke down, and I don't want to spoil anything, but there might be a return happening tonight. I will not go into detail. I don't want to spoil the fun for anybody, but a return could be happening tonight. Yeah. And let's see, I'm old school fan, and AJ know that. That's right, Andy, you're awesome, brother. I learned so much from Andy and everybody else, you know, especially when it comes to old school wrestling. It's great. Thanks for that, Andy. And I will be taking up on the recommendation that you gave to me earlier tonight. Let's see, Ricky says, I remember I got a kick out of group chat on Facebook. Was trash talking. Facebook group. It really makes me laugh that people get so ticked off when you talk about their favorite wrestlers not being that good, or you share your opinion on them. Like, what's with people getting ticked off about that? That's okay. It's called an opinion, right? I watch wrestling since WWF, says Mustafa. I love that. Thanks for Andy. Does it surprise us? Wait a second. Broman here asking a question. Does the surprise return star name starts with an N? Your brother. I can't, you really make me want to spill some beans, right? Yeah. I'm not gonna go into too much details, right? But I'll say, yeah, right? Facebook is still around, says Andy. Yeah, Facebook is still around. I don't know how many people use it, though. I stopped using Facebook, I believe, in the middle of maybe 2015 or so, or earlier. 2015, I believe, was the time. Yeah, I stopped. I just did not see a point in being there anymore. But of course, we're still here on Instagram, so, you know, not really out of the metaverse just yet. There are a bunch of Crybaby Wrestling fans, it's true, yep. But you know, guys, it's so sad that there are so many people who have been, like, lifelong wrestling fans. But I've seen people just stop watching wrestling in the past few years. I just saw a guy live on Instagram a few hours ago. Right, and this was a guy who used to also post about wrestling back in 2017, around the time that I started, you know, wrestling news. And he was a pretty cool guy, so I saw his live stream. I was surprised to see it. I joined the live stream, and he's like, AJ, are you still doing the wrestling stuff? I said, yeah, I'm still doing the wrestling stuff. And he says, AJ, I don't know how you do it. I cannot watch wrestling anymore. And kind of made me sad, because he's not the only one that, you know, I heard this from, that they've stopped watching wrestling in the past few years. It is sad, but I guess, you know, we can't help it. Times change, and that's that. Was kicked out from CM Punk group chat back 9 years ago, says Ricky. That's awesome. All right, brother. Sorry about that. I think I know, says Burrow, man. You know everything. And of course, here, WWE once again talking about Summerslam and all the accomplishments. Maxine looking good. Wait a second. Wow. Wow. By the way, Roman Bliss, welcome to the channel. Great to see you. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button, and hope you're doing well. This is surprising. What is going on here? Is Ludwig into Maxine? Because it so seems like it. I mean, last week we had Gunther here talking to Maxine, asking her what she was doing with the Alpha Academy Goose. And now we've got Ludwig here clearly flirting with Maxine, and he gets exactly what he deserved. He got a slap in the face by Maxine Dupree. Now Otis, there you are. Otis is here. Exactly. Well, there you go. I'm surprised that Ludwig can actually accept challenges without asking Gunther for permission, but okay, that's cool. Well, Ludwig came into the locker room here tonight looking for some action. He gets some action, not with Maxine though, with Otis, and it's gonna happen later on tonight. This is gonna be an interesting match. Becky Lynch, it seems like Becky had a hard time holding back her laughter after that segment. I love Maxine and I love Otis. They're great. And Chad Gable, too. And Johnny says, I agree. Watch the product. Do you want to watch and you can have your own opinion? That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely, Johnny, my brother. Thanks for the love. If Nia did not want to be there because of Vince, I don't see her being around long term. I never said Nia Jax is coming back tonight, guys. I never said that. It could be anybody. I mean, I don't want to spoil the fun, so I'm saying it could be anybody, right? Could be a wrestler, could be a manager, could be a faction, could be anybody. That's it. Yeah. Bro, man, I hope you're listening. If when Vince killed WCW, I was beyond pissed because I used to go to all events when they were around, says Andy. Wow, Andy, that must have really been disappointing for you, yeah? Maximum Imperial Models. Anil, that does not sound right. That does not sound right. Maximum Imperial Models? No. Wow. Yeah, I cannot wait for that to happen either. She should get the rematch, or we're done with this whole rivalry. That's why I love this channel, AJ the Best. Thank you for that, my brother Ricky. But this channel wouldn't be this channel if it wasn't for all of you. You guys make this channel what it is. So thank you for that. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Appreciate that. Becky is so damn pasty, bro. You're totally right, true. Ludwig is a creepy person, says Gary. I know, right? I think all of us here, all of the people who care about the Alpha Academy, who care about Maxine, I think all of us started to hate Ludwig a little bit when he decided to get all creepy with Maxine. Nobody does that to Maxine. Nobody does that to her. Otis deserves a title match, says Mustafa. Yeah. You still gotta feel bad for Otis for losing his money in the bank in that way, right? It's awkward, embarrassing, all of those things.
Becky, this has been over long enough. Trish already beat you. I already beat you. But you know what this is? Becky Lynch, the man, is scared of Zoe Stark. Really getting me banned from ringside? See, I know exactly what happened. The man left her balls back at home. What are you doing? What are you doing, son? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I've been in the ring with you twice now, so I know how good you are. I know how good you are. You are gifted. You're not your problem. You go for your own good. You never had to work for anything. You just want it easy. And that's maybe what
It's interesting that Becky Lynch actually brings it up that you don't have to work for anything. Zoe Stark's definitely got a shortcut here to the spotlight because of Trish Stratus. I mean, it's awesome. But I wonder, once this rivalry is over, it's done with, it's done and dusted, once Trish Stratus is gone, where does that leave Zoe Stark? What is she going to be doing on the roster? Is she still going to be relevant? Is she still going to be having TV time? Because right now she gets all the TV time thanks to Trish Stratus. This is not her rivalry with Becky, it is Trish's rivalry with Becky, but Zoe just gets to be here. What does she do once Trish is done, once she's gone? Right? That's an interesting thing.
exactly what's happening. You're jealous. Jealous, I said. You are mad that the greatest of all time kicked you to the side. And she picked me up. Wanna know
Becky looks good. Mustafa says, I'd really like to see The Rock again. Me too, brother. Me too. Yeah, Johnny, she's not my cup of tea either. Wait a second. Johnny says, I'm not saying nothing bad, but Zoing is not my cup of tea. And Andy says, not my cup of tea either. I see. Wait a second. Shayna Baszler? Wait. Really? Oh, yes. Shayna Baszler indeed here, guys. That's crazy. And of course, she's got all the confidence. She had a very big moment at SummerSlam. Of course, she comes out here confident. That's right. Shayna Baszler is indeed here. Looks confident. Well, one thing's for sure, guys. Ronda Rousey is done, right? She is gone. She's not coming back for the foreseeable future. It's been confirmed that she is going to be taking a time off, at least for now. Not forever. It's not a final farewell. It's a time off for now, is what they're saying, which is good. Which is good. Earlier, they were saying she's going away, but now they're no longer saying that. Earlier, they were saying that she's going to the UFC. Now they're no longer saying that. So that's that. And True Meadow says, I was done when this rivalry event had started. That is so funny. Oh. Oh, okay. Interesting, yeah. When did Becky Lynch become Adam Pearce? Who is she to be making matches official? What's happening here? Okay, cool. She's going to call Adam Pearce. That's good to see that. We got Devin here. Devin, good to see you. Welcome. And he says, I would love to see WrestleMania come to my neck of woods in Massachusetts. That will be the only way I would want to go to Gillette Stadium because I hate the pain. That is so funny. So WrestleMania would be one way to bring it to Gillette Stadium. That is funny. I hope it happens too. I mean, Massachusetts deserves one WrestleMania. You know, you talk about a WrestleMania taking place in Massachusetts, and John Cena definitely should be like the front and the center of that pay-per-view because, of course, the guy comes from Westbury, Massachusetts, so why not? Western Massachusetts definitely deserves one WrestleMania. Absolutely does. Devin, once again, it's great to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget, she has responsibilities of Mustafa. So I believe, is that about her outfit? Because I also see a comment from Andrew saying, so Becky's dressed normal again. Does that mean Seth will dress normal as well? I really hope so, because I'll tell you what, to be honest with you, I'm not kidding, but I was traumatized when I saw Seth Rollins wearing what he was wearing tonight. Those glasses, you know, that hideous the pair of boots. It was traumatizing. I was really genuinely traumatized by all of it. So I would hope and pray that Seth starts dressing normally. Really would like that. Let's see. Broman says, seen an image on Twitter that said Shayna sounded like the English voice actor for Naruto, and I cannot unhear it. Wait a second. So that is so funny. I will have to take a look. I cannot stop myself from listening to the English voice actor of Naruto now. Let's take a look. Naruto, English. We'll have to take a look. 1 second. Let's listen to the Naruto English voice actor, guys. Okay. That's not him talking.
You got anything to say to me?
It's coming.
What I told you the
Oh! Oh my goodness, wait a second. Holy crap. Listen to this again, guys. Oh, listen to this again. That's not Shayna talking, that's Naruto talking, and that's so true. Listen to this again.
You got anything to say to me? Only what I told you the last time.
Oh my, is that Shayna Baszler?
I vow to win.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait to see the look of despair on your face. Are we gonna stand here talking all day?
Oh my gosh.
Show me what you got.
That really sounds like Shayna Baszler. Are you sure that's not Shayna Baszler? That is so funny. Holy crap. That's crazy. Okay, that really did sound like Shayna. That is insane, bro, man. Oh my god. That's why I love you, Roman. That's awesome. I couldn't. That was amazing. That really did. I've got to listen to it again, guys. 1 second. Sorry.
I can't wait to see the look of despair on your face.
We're gonna stand here talking all day.
Oh my! I can't. Sorry. I can't stop laughing. That is really. You know what? I was told, and I've been told a few times when I first started doing live streaming on Instagram. I was told by somebody that I sound like one of the Simpsons. I don't know who, but I was told that I sound like one of the Simpsons. But I don't know. But let me know if I sound like one of the Simpsons. But wow, okay, that Naruto voice actor does sound like Shayna Baszler. That is so funny. Okay, David Devin says, it would be awesome if I'm in the WWE and I headline WrestleMania against Roman Reigns for the title with my parents in the front row. Not now that I'm not saying that I want Roman to hold the title for another 5 years. That's right. Well, Devin, you know what? I would love for that to happen too. I would love for you to make it to the WWE and do that, you know, just if you are into wrestling, if you want to be a wrestler, you know, pursue your dreams, brother. That's what I'll say. I've seen so many people right in front of me, you know, joining the American Nightmare Factory, training under Cody Rhodes, QT Marshall. I've spoken with them, I've interviewed them. They're just normal people like us, you know, who are in high school or who are graduating high school, who are in college, who want to chase their passions, their dreams. Do it. Go for it, you know, and yeah, I hope the best for you, brother. Absolutely. Go for it. Let's see. For me, I can easily, right now, by the way, you know, we've got such, the channel of communication, the accessibility of the industry is more than ever. The industry now is more accessible than ever. We're talking about me, myself, right? Thousands of miles away from the hub of wrestling and industry, and still being able to interview and attend press conferences and all that stuff. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So definitely pursue your dreams, brother. You know, more power to you. And Mustafa says, for me, I can easily beat Roman. I'm ruthless. I like that, Mustafa. I love that confidence. Anyways, let's see. What else do we have here? Did I miss any comments? Roman, much love. Wasn't WrestleMania 14 in Boston? I believe so. Yeah. But a long time. It's been a long time, right? Let's... 16... wait a second. 14. 14 was indeed Boston, Massachusetts, TD Garden. Yeah. But that was like pre-John Cena days, right? So we need another one. Yeah, we need another one. It's been 16 long years since they've had Mania. They need another one for sure. Would be nice to give them one. And let's see. Early Mustafa solo I would drop. Yep, that's right. And I would drop 40 below, says Andy. Let's see. Cool. Alright guys, so once again we're taking a look back at Summerslam, what happened between Finn Balor, Damian Priest. That was very confusing, so I had to rewatch the clip, rewatch the match altogether to really make sense of what happened. So, at first Finn Balor was hesitant to get the briefcase, I think because he was the contender, and just seeing Priest with the briefcase, he got nervous. He did not know what to expect from Priest, but Priest was only there to help. He was just there to be a helping hand. And Finn Balor realized that a bit too late. So he asked Damian Priest to throw in the briefcase so he can use it as a weapon, and Priest does just that. He tosses it in the briefcase, he walks over to the other side of the ring, and he gets up on the apron to distract the referee so Finn Balor can do the dirty work. Seth Rollins, a bit too quick, takes advantage, goes running over to Finn Balor as he was just about to pick up the briefcase, and he hits him, he stomps him, his head bouncing right out of the case, and he goes for the cover, and then the referee went for the cover and of course got the victory. So all in all, it seems like Priest was just trying to help Finn Balor, and Finn Balor just messed up. It was Finn Balor's own mistake that he's not the champion right now. Finn Balor screwed up, not Damian Priest. Yep.
You lost.
Exactly. I agree. And that's the truth. He lost.
Or maybe it's because of you.
No, it's not because of him. I don't think so. Let me know, guys, if you agree with Finn or Damian, but I don't think that Damian is at fault here. I don't think so.
We're not contract. It's credible to both of us.
Is it?
I already know that True has got those big old eyes for Rhea Ripley, and so does Ricky, and so does Nautic, and so does Tony, and Gary, and Mustafa, and everybody. I know that, and Andy too.
You guys start getting on the same page so we can continue running Monday Night Raw. Okay? You understand?
Does Finn Balor speak Spanish too? That's cool. Oh! Wait!
Briefcase. It's come between the two of you guys. So maybe you should get rid of it.
This. Hey, please, man. I don't even know why he's talking. It's not judgment. It's just let.
Oh my god, alright. So we're gonna do it just like that, just so... Oh wow. We did it just so subtly, right? Just so subtly. That's crazy. It's the first time, this was the first time that they let somebody run their mouth and not take care of them, not shut them up. Rhea Ripley did not let Damian Priest attack him. That's the first time it's happened, right? That somebody had the audacity to interrupt, to get in there, say something to their face, and not get attacked. That's crazy. But JD McDonough got in there and mentioned that maybe they should just get rid of the briefcase altogether, because that's going to be a problem between the Judgment Day members. And of course, Finn Balor kind of agreed. Damian was not very, in agreement with that, but that's crazy. JD McDonough introduced to the Judgment Day just like that, very, very smoothly. And she ain't my mommy, says Andrew. I know, Andrew. I know. That's cool. And Chris, my brother, welcome. Been a while. Good to see you. JD McDonough is going to take over Damian's spot. So is JD McDonough going to get the briefcase too? Because seems like he might have his eyes on the briefcase. He did mention that maybe for the sake of the Judgment Day, the briefcase needs to go. So who knows, maybe he will fill up Rhea Ripley's ears, or Dominic's ears, or Finn Balor's ears, or maybe even Damian Priest's ears, that, you know what, you guys don't need the briefcase, you're above that, you're better than that, give it to me, I'll keep it in a safe place and nobody's gonna find it out. Who knows? JD will be joining JD soon. It's meant to have talk about being written in the stars. This is written in the stars. JD joining JD. It's happening. Finn F. Dubs is true. I agree with that. Yeah, that's right. And Tony says, be a babyface, Damian. Do it for Io Sky. Wait, what's... Tony, I'm confused. Wait, I'm confused. How is it with Io Sky? Why does Damian have to be a face for Io Sky? Okay, that's funny. And we even watched pay-per-view when we just have to watch Raw after Raw to see everything that happened. Yeah, we do rewatch the pay-per-views when we tune into Raw. That's true. And Devin says something I would say to get under Roman's skin would be, we get it that you're the head of the table, but we know you're only here because of The Rock. Yeah, that would definitely tick him off. And here we are, by the way, guys. We are finally back here from the commercials and whatnot. And the match is underway at the moment. We got Zoe Stark taking on Shayna Baszler. Shayna better not lose this match. I mean, after defeating Ronda Rousey, she better be on a hot streak. But right now, Zoe's got her in a headlock, so I don't even know. I need a partner. That's cool, Mustafa. I'll join you. Bailey is my mom. He says, Johnny, I like that. I'm happy that Io Sky is the women's champion. Me too. Me too. Everybody is. I don't know anybody who is not happy with Io Sky successfully cashing in and becoming champion. Think JD will get the briefcase cash in and say, I hate it when a Money in the Bank winner has to give his title over to somebody else, right? Somebody who did not win it. I hate it. It happened to Otis. I don't want for it to happen to anybody else, especially Damian Priest. But we shall find out. I mean, it would be crazy if he gives his title over to JD McDonough. It would be insane. We shall see. Is there a tie between Damian and... I mean, I have no idea. That's why the comment sounded so funny to me. It really did. All right. Tony, you're awesome. Much love to you. All right. Shayna better tap her out. Yeah, she better do that, right? And right here, she tosses her over to the ringside area, and here we are, Zoe Stark, literally falling at the feet. What is she drinking? What is Becky Lynch drinking? What is that? Is that lemonade? Okay. And Zoe Stark was going to go for a clothesline, but Shayna Baszler wants it up ahead with a kick to the gut. And Irish whip here to Shayna Baszler to the corner. Zoe Stark running up to Shayna. Shayna tosses her over the top rope. Zoe Stark here with a kick to the head. And she grabs her arm, injured arm, dives her into the rope, going for a springboard. Nice drop kick, taking out Shayna Baszler. She's down to the mat, and Zoe Stark here taking a moment to show off. And let's see. Gary says, I can guarantee you that Rhea Ripley did not look like my mommy. I see ya, Gary. I see ya. Okay. So we got at least 2 people here saying that they don't consider Rhea Ripley their mommy. Not Nautic, not Gary. I see that. Bailey is my mommy, says Chris. I know that, Chris. I know that. I think we all know that, Chris. It's like a well-known fact for 2 years plus. It's great. Becky has a picture of a lemonade. Yep, seems like it. This match will continue in picture in wait, Tony, you got picture in picture? For me, I've got a full-on commercial. So that's that. That's right, full-on commercial indeed for me right now. I guess that's what happens when you're not watching the show on USA Network. You don't get picture in picture. I don't get picture in picture. It's a full-on commercial for me. Andrew says, did we just have a match last year that the Money in the Bank winner lost the briefcase? I'm thinking Otis did that. Yeah, Otis lost the briefcase to The Miz, right? To The Miz. And then The Miz, it was a waste. The Miz cashed in, and, he also lost, like, in a week or so, or 2 weeks, I don't even remember, very quickly. So it was terrible. It's terrible. It is indeed terrible. It was Otis. When Otis actually won the briefcase, I was not an Otis fan at all that time around. I hated Otis back then. And when he won the briefcase, it was a very weird Money in the Bank match, in the WWE headquarters during the pandemic, whatnot. So when he won the briefcase, I was not behind it. And I saw it as a classic Vince McMahon mistake. Because I feel like Vince McMahon does not perform very well under pressure. And, I was taken aback when I saw Otis winning the briefcase, and it actually took me back to the whole Chris Benoit time, right? When Chris Benoit, that happened, that incident happened, the double homicide incident. Vince McMahon actually put the title on Khali, and Khali became the world champion. And, fast forward a few years later, the pandemic happens, and Otis wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. So I thought it's a Vince McMahon mistake, and he's going to live to regret it later. And he did regret it later, and ultimately took that briefcase away from Otis and put it on The Miz. So it was a pure case of regret on Vince's part. Vince wasn't going to push Otis, that's right. He just, I guess, that has got behind his popularity at that time, and to boost the ratings and just to make the people happy, they gave him the briefcase for the time being, but they were never really behind him. They never were. And right now, I feel Otis is more over than he was back then. Yeah. Bailey, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, my favorite. You could see how happy Dakota Kai really was for Io Sky at SummerSlam, right? Even the press conference, Dakota just looked very happy for Io. So did Bailey. Vince Russo, a great storyteller, says Tony. Yeah. Vince Russo is an interesting guy. What Chris Benoit did was horrible, but WWE should not ignore his career, says Johnny. Now, this is a very controversial topic when it comes to Chris Benoit, of course. It's very controversial, of course it is. People are split about it. If they should acknowledge his career, they should not. I feel, for once, I feel that you will never be able to remove his name from the history. Forever, people will know who Chris Benoit was. It's in the history books. What he's done, what he accomplished, what he did eventually. I don't think that WWE needs to acknowledge him anymore or celebrate him or his accomplishments. Personally, that's my take. I don't feel like they need to do that because it's already out there. We're living in the age of the internet. We all know what people did. We don't have to celebrate a person who did something like that, right? We don't have to celebrate him. We don't have to celebrate their accomplishments. We don't. So that's what I feel. I feel like whatever they're doing right now, what they've done thus far, is just the right thing to do. You don't need to make anybody uncomfortable by bringing up his name. Just no. Let's see. And that's right. Separate wrestling from personal says true. Okay. And let's see. Here we are once again. We got Shayna Baszler throwing over Zoe in that corner. And now we've got a beautiful German suplex. Crazy good German suplex here from Shayna. Shayna, of course, red hot after that victory over Ronda Rousey, kicking Zoe Stark in the head, going for the cover, but Zoe kicks out. Yeah, there you go. There you have it. And Randy, just like Randy Abdi said, I mean, that's the image. I mean, people, when you hear Benoit now, you don't look at a Royal Rumble winner or a main event. You don't think the first thing that comes to your head is not any of his wrestling accomplishments. The first thing, naturally and obviously, that comes to my head and your heads, guys, I'm sure about this, is the horrible things that he did in the last couple of days of his life, right? And that's it. That really tops everything off. Now, on that note, I will say this. I don't think there's a need for any promotion to punish his son for it. If his son is passionate about wrestling and he wants to be a wrestler and he's training hard to be a wrestler, then if he's talented and he deserves a spot, then companies should be open to hiring him. And not just banning him because he's a son of Chris Benoit. That would be a wrong thing to do. But to acknowledge Chris Benoit and himself, probably not the right thing to do, but to ban his son is the wrong thing to do. That's what I feel. The kid doesn't need to suffer because of his father's actions. That's what I feel. Anyways, coming back to wrestling here, we got Zoe running over to Shayna. Shayna takes her down. Zoe down on the mat. Shayna going for those big punches here to the head. Let's see. Dynamite Kid was an awful person, great wrestler. There's been so many in the past. I agree, I'm not saying put in the Hall of Fame because you don't deserve that, but I don't ignore his career. I wish they could put Nancy in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I understand that, especially when it comes to Nancy, right? I understand that. But you know what? Being a corporate, being WWE, you don't want to remind people of Chris. That's done and dusted. If you look at it as a business perspective, it's done and dusted. It's in the history books. They don't need to open up that chapter by inducting Nancy Benoit and reminding everybody of Chris. That's why Nancy will not get inducted. That's the only reason. They don't want to remind, especially now in the social media world, with the PR going crazy, sponsors. Can you imagine going into WrestleMania weekend and all that people are talking about is Chris Benoit? All the sponsors are going to pull out of that event. And business perspective, it wouldn't make sense. And that's why they're not going to do it. They're not going to induct Nancy. I know, true, she should have been acknowledged, but you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Business-wise, they will not do it because that's going to be, that's going to threaten their sponsorships. They don't want to do that. They want to maintain this clean image that they've actually worked hard to establish over the years. Talk about all the community work. Talk about having Titus O'Neil working his ass off as a global ambassador. Talk about all the Connor's Cure stuff and all the charities and whatnot that did it. It was all recovery from the damage that's been done in 2007 and before that and after that. So now they have a very clean image, and they'll maintain that, guys. Anyways, here we are. Shayna Baszler takes down Zoe. Is it over? Going for the cover, and Zoe does not kick out. The match is over. Shayna is victorious. Very cool job. Shayna gets the job done and is victorious just like that. Let's see. WWE image is far from clean. That's right. But if you look at, if you take a quick glance at it, they try their best to maintain a very clean and sweet image. And here we are, Zoe is not happy, but Becky Lynch just enjoying her lemonade as she sits ringside. Let's see. You're right, true. People will be jackasses just because he's Benoit's son. That's true, and that's sad. Byron Saxton here with Shinsuke Nakamura, and Shinsuke has still not changed out of his gear. It's been like an hour since he wrestled, right? What is he still doing in that gear now? Okay.
My way. But tonight, I won.
Yeah, you did.
From now on, I carve my own path.
What is happening? What is it? There's some kind of a brawl happening backstage. What's happening? Wait. Sami Zayn is being attacked. Is that JD McDonough? That's JD McDonough just took out Sami Zayn. Wow. That's insane. He really wants to be a part of the Judgment Day, does he not? That's crazy. I think he already considers himself a part of the Judgment Day. He just attacked Sami Zayn, which means that the main event, it's got to be tricky. It's got to be tricky. And True says Finn had him do it. So, who's getting kicked out of the Judgment Day? Is it Finn or is it Damian Priest? What's happening here? The Irish Ace kicking A. That's right, Andy. Gary says Sami Zayn has a growth. I did see that too. Yep, I saw that as well. You're right, Sam. You're right, Gary. He does have a growth on his shoulder. And Gary and Tony says JD McDonagh attacks Sami. This is not gonna be good. Let's see what's going to be happening towards the main event now. What is going to be happening when we go to the last match? Because no longer is Sami Zayn going to be cleared, that's certain. At least WWE not a second tier. Run DMG takes this opportunity to go after AEW. You're awesome. All right, much love to you, Run DMG. And Cody and Seth may not seem to coexist. You're right. Yeah. Somebody might take Sam. What if JD McDonagh steps in to take his place? That's not going to happen. Priest getting kicked out, says Andy. I mean, Rhea Ripley is going to fight hard for Priest and will make sure that he does not kicked out, or either, even Finn Balor. Rhea Ripley would like to have all the boys together, would have to like to have the family together, and women are known to be peacemakers, in some cases. So I feel like Rhea Ripley will try her best to be the pacemaker in this case as well. So we shall see. But anyways, guys, we are one more time here on a commercial break. It's crazy that we have been doing this. We have been watching this show for about 2 hours, close to 2 hours. Does not feel like it. I feel like it's only been an hour or so. Very cool show tonight. And thanks for that, Ricky, 14 likes. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit the subscribe, the like, and join the conversation, join the family. We're here every single time there's some good-ass wrestling on TV. Speaking of that, Andrew shared with me a post on Instagram recently, which claims that Brian Pillman Jr. might show up tomorrow night on NXT. What do you think are the chances that Brian Pillman Jr. joins NXT tomorrow and ultimately joins Chase University tomorrow night? What do you think are the chances that it happens? And comparing a company that's been around 60 plus years to one that's barely 4 years old is quite goofy. This is true, yeah. It's all in good fun and good sport, right, Run DMG? Yeah. But you're right. I mean, AEW has accomplished a lot over the years, and this weekend, coming weekend, we've got All In, and All In is going to be making history in the UK. Their first time in the UK, and they're going to be having an audience of close to 90,000. That's crazy big. So excitedly looking forward to that. And Brian Pillman Jr. is all NXT, says Tony. Seems ready for Brian Pillman Jr. 75 out of 100, says Ricky. That's cool. Women are peacemakers. You must know different women than I do. Gary, I said, that's why when I said peacemakers, I said sometimes. But no, I've been fortunate enough to have to know some of great women in my life. And, all of them peacemakers, lovely ladies. Most cases, they have been peacemakers. Some cases, maybe not. But, yeah. All right. Let's not get too controversial. So, but yeah, no. Rhea Ripley, at least, she seems warm and she seems caring and nice and comforting, and she seems to be a peacemaker, at least within the Judgment Day. Triple H did something right making Io Sky champion, absolutely, brother. He did something right by bringing out Damage Control last year at Summerslam, and this time he did something right by making her champion, absolutely. Brian Pillman Jr. has been seen around the Performance Center. There you go, Andy confirming the report now, says that he has indeed been seen around the Performance Center once again. Telling us that he could very well be making his debut tomorrow night, which is going to be interesting. And Johnny says, I'm a new subscriber here, AJ, but I would never unsubscribe to you if you knew you were coming back. If I knew you were coming back to YouTube, and I'm glad you're back here on YouTube. Thank you for that, Johnny. Really appreciate that. You are awesome. You guys are so kind. Oh my goodness. It is time for the sush time now, by the way, guys. It is time to sush it up because we got Otis coming out here, that too with Maxine. Rejoice, everybody. We got Otis and Maxine, the dream team, the hottest couple in all of entertainment. It's true. It's true. Sush time, everybody. It is sush time. That's right. And Rodney says, you're right, true. There is no comparison. The ratings prove that. All right. You guys are great. AEW fans will... Oh, wait a second. Ratings don't mean anything, says true. Randy says AEW fans would like to think that things are getting hot here, guys. Okay. Tony says, Andrew here says, did you hear or see the Acclaimed want to see Edge and Christian reunite to retire Edge? Yeah, I've heard about that. Actually, even before the Acclaimed, I heard about this from somebody else in AEW as well. I can't recall who. But I don't know if Edge is going to do that. Edge seems like he will retire in the WWE itself. I think he's mentioned that too in the past. So, actually, no, not Edge. AJ Styles was the one who mentioned that, not Edge. Sorry, I'm wrong here. Edge never mentioned that he wants to retire in the WWE. He never mentioned any of that, so it's possible. It's possible. Anyways, coming up now, guys, it is time for the Imperium. Imperium on their way out. Ludwig is here, along with Vinci. I don't know what did Vinci do, but of course, I like Ludwig better too. Ludwig just has so much more charm. You know, he's a good talker. He's got the looks and everything. He gets chopped a lot by Gunther, so he deserves it. But Vinci barely gets a spotlight. You barely see, you know, people paying attention to Vinci. You know, they're coming to India very soon. Ludwig's coming. Gunther's coming. Vinci is not even flying down here. So I don't know why, but Vinci is just not over. And Tony says, and Tony Khan did something right making Hikaru Shida champion. Amen to that. Yep. In fact, I'm happy both Shida and Skies are champion. I agree with that, brother. That's right. And let's see. Ludwig likes Dupree. I see it too, Sludge. I see it too. Yeah. But I'll tell you what. Anybody who lays their eyes on on Maxine is my enemy as well as Otis's. So I'm here cheering on Otis. I hope that he kicks some Ludwig ass. And one more time, as Ludwig stands in the ring, he's here flirting with Maxine. But Maxine does not want any of that Ludwig. She wants Otis and Otis only. Now that's true love right there, guys. Ludwig is annoying, says true. Yeah, look at his face. Look at the look on his face, his hair, everything about this guy. Annoying. Definitely annoying. Alright, let's see. I would admit to being... Oh my goodness, guys. Calm it down. Calm it down. That's right. I love what True said there. I'm a wrestling fan, not a brand fan. Again, you know, we are here. We come out here. We watch all wrestling alike. Doesn't matter if it's indie, WWE, AEW. We watch all of it. And if it's good, we say it's good. If it's bad, we say it's bad, you know. I've seen, for example, if True and Run DMG are here talking about AEW and WWE, you know, I've seen True praise WWE product, but I've also seen Run DMG here sometimes praising Collision. So we're all here wrestling fans. That's it. Not biased towards any fans, because if we are, you know, biased to a certain product, we're missing out on the other product, and we don't want to do that as wrestling fans, do we? So that's that. But I appreciate everybody for always having healthy and you know, sweet debates over here. Of course, that's what sets us apart from all the other channels, all the other forums, is that we can have debates and difference in opinions, but we keep it respectful towards each other. And that's what's awesome about you guys, the maturity. We barely get to see that in wrestling community or even other fan communities. We barely get to see maturity, the level of maturity that you guys show every single time. So you're awesome. Much love to you. One more time, Ludwig here, by the way, getting here, staring down at Maxine. Maxine has had too much. Right? She's had enough. She gets on the apron, clearly distracting Ludwig. Ludwig wants a kiss on the cheek. Oh my goodness. Otis has had enough. There you go. He gets Ludwig in the corner going after the guy. I tell you, this guy Ludwig here is definitely surprising me. I thought he was a gentleman, but tonight he does not come across as a gentleman at all. Not at all. He comes across tonight as a roadside Romeo. You know, just getting way too flirty with Maxine to the point that she is just clearly very, very annoyed. Okay, let's see. People get upset when I talk about AEW bad. They block me, says Johnny. I get that. All right. Exactly, Ricky. We're all wrestling fans here. Let's see. And Tony says, if Carrie comes to Raw, I would love to see her challenge Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Would be nice. Would definitely be nice. Again, you know, she says that she wants to come to WWE because she wants to do something big. By the way, here, wait a second. Oh, goodness. That's terrible. That is terrible. That's terrible. That's awful. Imperium with the victory, guys. And Chad Gable comes in here running to save his brother Otis, and McSteen also getting into the ring, checking on Otis as the Imperium take him out. And you see it, Gunther. Oh, Gunther doesn't want to confront Chad Gable? Okay. I don't know how to feel about that. But Gunther also walking out of here. That's crazy. That's crazy. I guess Gunther, he has sent a message to Chad Gable. Things just got personal. Attacking his best friend in front of the love of his life. Yeah, things got personal. Chad Gable is not sparing Gunther for that, is he? I love this, guys. I love the fact that Gunther is the Intercontinental Champion. I think he's doing us all a favor. He's doing the championship a favor. He's doing us all a favor by being the Intercontinental Champion. And this is going to be yet another great match between himself and Chad Gable. And I'm more than ready for it. It's going to be good. Jackie Redmond, by the way, she looks good as well, right? She does a good job. She's new to the company, but she has fit in pretty good. No. Okay. What? What? Shinsuke Nakamura? Oh, wait a second. Shinsuke Nakamura just slipped himself, just slided into the main event just like that. Talk about being an ultimate opportunist. From fighting Bronson Reed now to being in the main event, Shinsuke Nakamura did it just like that. Now I know why he never got out of his ring gear. That's why he never changed into his regular clothes, because he wants to be in the main event. That's cool. That's cool. And we got Slut says, wait, Bronson Reed had a name change. Wait a second. He's no longer Bronson Reed? What is he called now? Jonah again? Can anybody update on me on that? Wait a second. Let me look it up as well. Bronson Reed. WWE.com. Let's look up the official website for WWE and see if they have a name change update on there. Bronson Reed. If they're still calling him Bronson Reed, at least on WWE.com as well. So if I see any name change anywhere, I will let you guys know. Johnny is softer than wrestlers you like. You be all right, says Run DMG. Wait a second, what is that about? All right, Johnny, much love to you. You're awesome. Thank you. True says, I think Walter will hold up the title until he breaks the record. Then he will drop it. I think so too. Yeah. And, you know, whenever he drops the title, it should not be just to a random wrestler. It should not be just a meaningless drop of the title. It should mean something. It should be of value. Like the Usos, right? They've been champion for so long. When they dropped the titles, they dropped it to a solid team in Sami and Kevin, right? So a special team. Something like that should be happening with the Intercontinental Championship. They should be dropping it to a special person. Again, with the whole thing with Sami and Kevin, it's not really working out the way it should have worked out, especially with Kevin Owens' injury. But still being optimistic and still hoping that, you know, it gets better with time. And that is awesome. Said Cody and Shinsuke, says Tony. Yes, it should be interesting. We're going to be seeing Shinsuke Nakamura main eventing a show after a very long time. So let's see how this goes down. And Johnny says, Ron DMG, thank you. I appreciate that. Talking about wrestlers. One of my best friends is a wrestler, and he calls me. That's awesome. That's great. Beautiful. Reed is now a baby. A baby Yui. That is funny. Oh, dear. But, you know, Reed should get pushed. This guy is talented. He's big. He checks all the boxes. But for some reason, you know. And you were not serious about the baby Yui name, were you, True? Because you never know. They could actually name him Baby Yui for you know it. Absolutely. LA Knight, yeah, that's right. Chris, the best. HD like the Indies. Johnny, absolutely. That again, Indies is such a broad world, right? Independent circuit is full of so many different promotions. Some, you love to watch. Some of them, they're not really worth your time. Again, Indies is a very big ocean, right, with different fish. Some big, some small. So there are some independent promotions that I love. Some that I have a very good relationship with. Some that are okay. So that's that. Let's see. Speaking of indies and stuff like that, guys, I just came to know that WWE, when they're coming to India, there's going to be no press conference, but they are offering press passes, apparently. So, if I'm able to travel, you are going to be seeing me doing some interviews for the WWE in the near future once their wrestlers, travel over here. So that's that. But there are going to be no press conferences, is what I've come to know. At least that is the current plan here. Now, let's see. They might, says True. You never know, True. You never know. Shin's gonna get pinned in that 3-way, says Andrew. I guess that's right. I guess that makes a lot of sense. They're not gonna have anybody pin Cody. They're not gonna have anybody pin Seth Rollins either, because he's a champion. So I think it makes a lot of sense why Shinsuke Nakamura is there. He's gonna take the pin for the team. It makes a lot of sense. You're right. You're right. Absolutely correct. I mean, Sami Zayn could have been pinned as well, but we shall see what happens. Bronson Reed should beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship after Gunther breaks a record. Bronson Reed would be nice. Would be nice. Yeah, why not? What about Nick Aldis? Nick Aldis could also be the man. AJ already going to it. So, Andy, no confirmation yet. No confirmation. If I do go, it's got to be, for the sake of the interviews and, just doing media work over there only. Not as a fan. I wouldn't travel so much, just just to watch a show. If it's for work, if I can get some work done over there, sure, I will travel. So, just waiting for some confirmation and stuff, and we'll let you guys know. Probably in a week or so, I'll let you guys know once I know. And thank you for that run, DMG. You're awesome. Thank you, True. Thank you, everybody. Once again, guys, Miz is in the ring right now. We're taking a look back at whatever happened at SummerSlam when LA Knight won the Slim Jim Battle Royal. Of course, the Miz is going to be talking about it. He's quite pissed off that LA Knight is walking around here acting like a big deal or something. So we shall hear what the Miz has in store for us. A feud between the Miz and LA Knight makes sense. Miz is a good talker. LA Knight is a great talker. So this feud instantly makes sense, and we all know what's happening. It's got to be a battle of words between the two.
Happened to show industry leaders, myself, proper respect. I come here to Monday Night Raw, my show, to find a guy who you all, of a sudden, absolutely love in L.A. Knight. Taking priority over me. I am a veteran. I am a locker room leader. And when I first came to WWE a very long time ago, I was taught respect. Respect. When you come into that locker room, you introduce yourself. You shake the hand of the superstar.
And here we are, LA Knight. Yeah, he's here. And the fans are one more time going crazy for the guy. These guys love LA Knight, right? I think he might be even more over than Hook was, back in the day. LA Knight is super duper over, and that's a fact. Look at this guy. Man, this guy is super over. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Miz hates it. That's right. LA Knight indeed over here, guys. Look, the Mix must have enough money to afford his sunglasses. That's right. Miz definitely got new sunglasses, brother. That's true. Big Bronson Reed Sledge indeed, brother. Big indeed. He acts like Knight isn't a veteran. Yeah, he's acting like, you're right. That's a very good point. He's acting like Knight is new to the game. Like he's new to the locker rooms. He's new to wrestling altogether. Like he's a kid. That's right. I think SmackDown trade LA Knight to Raw. I mean, LA Knight is so over, he can be wherever the heck that he wants to be, right, Ricky? He's so over. That's right. LA Knight a really good guy, says Andy. Absolutely, brother. Great talker. For some reason, Kevin Nash doesn't like him, but I don't know why. Damn a draft. You're right, true. We all know that. We all know the drafts. The draft is only there as far as long as it's convenient. When it becomes an inconvenience, we just forget about the draft. We just forget about it. That's it.
But if that didn't work for you, allow me to introduce myself with everybody saying.
Wow.
To shake my hand. You don't think I've seen superstars like you come in here, come into WWE and try to ride my coattails? So the way I see it is like this. You take away the Miz, what you take away from me, you take away my success, my fame, my money, you strip away my hot wife, you strip away every ounce of charisma that I have.
Did he say you strip him of my hot wife? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? What the heck? It's pretty big. Sorry, it made me laugh. That was great. An Attitude Era fanboy playing cosplay. And then I look at his outfit, it kind of makes sense. That's funny.
So no handshake. Let me be honest. I don't have a problem with you. But trust me when I say you do not want to make this personal. Personal. You want to talk personal? It's been personal. I take my career very, very personal. I've taken it personal from 20.
Oh, I see, Slush. Thanks for that. Slush says that his name is Big Bronson Reed. Thanks for that. And Miz is just a little B with an inflated ego. Yep. I still remember this one line from Jerry Lawler when he said, Miz is a very religious man. He worships himself. That line, it made me laugh so much. I still remember it. He really does worship himself. Miz is the 5-minute man. Marie still loves him. You're right. Yeah, she does, you know. She sees something in him that we don't see. And I'm not even going to go down to his balls, but, you know, she sees something in him that we don't know about. We don't see. I don't know. I feel like Jim Ross is watching this as Tony. It probably is. And, you know, maybe Kevin Nash is as well.
A dangerous man.
Johnny says WWE should get rid of the draft altogether. You know, don't let them do that right now. They're just trying to build up different rosters. They've got like the Women's Championship on Raw, new Women's Championship, new Women's title on SmackDown. They've got a brand new World Championship on Raw, one on SmackDown. So they're just trying to get comfortable with the draft right now. Give them like 2 years, and then all the titles will be unified, and we will once again be having a unified brand. Yeah, that's what's gonna be happening.
And here you are with a 20-year head start. And you know why you got that 20-year head start? You got that 20-year head start because you're safe.
Wow, sorry about that.
They knew that when you came in here, they could smack you around. They could kick you out of the locker room. And what did you do? You took it. The line on me has always been, we're not ready to take the chance on you yet. You know why? Because I'm a dangerous man. They knew that as I came in here, you want to smack me around? You want to kick me out of the locker room? No, no! Papa didn't take no
this kind of makes sense, right? I mean, especially the reports that circulated online, like not too long ago, about LA Knight giving WWE an ultimatum that either you put me over in 3 months or I'm leaving. And then this promo, whatever he's saying right now, kind of makes sense. Kind of, they go hand in hand. Knight's laughing. Oh, of course. Everybody has to break up his balls. Not talking about your little stepping stones right there. That is funny. Now, obviously, as you see right now, Miz is ticked off. He is offended. Yep.
That's a really interesting theory that I'm not on your level, because strangely enough, I'm looking you dead in your eyes right now. So if you think I'm not on your level, why don't you prove me wrong? I ain't going anywhere.
Something tells me that Miz is just going to run off. He's not going to attack him. Oh, cheap shot right there. To LA Knight taking him down. LA Knight in trouble now. Miz with some big punches to the back. He's got to go for the skull-crushing finale. Is he going to be able to do it? By the way, LA Knight rocking those Timbs, guys. That's, you already know he's got some nice fashion sense right there. And he takes down The Miz. So he's got the last laugh here tonight, shaking his hand. And just like that, making a statement, LA Knight. Yeah, that's right. Miz as a main event was never good for business. I kind of wanted Miz to have a title run, like a decent one, when he cashed in. I really was hoping that we get to see a decent title run out of him, but of course he dropped the title in no time, so that's that. I guess everybody agrees with you, True, that he was just not good for business as the main event material. You're right. By the way, Wade Barrett here looking good. LA Knight. Yeah, that's right, Tony. Dexter is he? Oh, okay. Andy, you have a very good question. Is Dexter injured? We haven't seen him in months. So, brother Andy, Dexter is not injured. He's doing well and is currently waiting for WWE to have something for him. He's waiting for them to find a storyline suitable for himself. That is the latest that we heard about Dexter about a week ago. So he's doing well. He's not injured. He just doesn't know. They don't know what to do with him right now. Of course, they were trying to do something with The Way, with Candice, Dexter, Gargano, but Gargano's shoulder injury has raised question about his future with Dexter, as well as the whole faction altogether. So that's why he's been away. That's it. So, we don't know what the future holds for Dexter. They just don't have plans for him right now. I would say the best thing to do would be just let him go. At least he was doing something when he was in the LWA. He was doing something when he was elsewhere. Right now, he's just not doing anything. That's it. So that's that. WWE ruined everything with the unifications, and unifications happen every single time. When things start to get a little bit bland, the unifications happen, and they'll happen again. That's for sure. It's the way the business works, right? And the last, I believe, since 2010, we have seen unifications happen and the brands get split at least 3 times, if I'm not wrong. And it's going to happen again. It's just the way the universe in the WWE works, right? And let's see. Yes, it's back. LA Knight called him a dummy, says Devin. That's right, he did. Thank you for that, Andy. Much love to you. And let's see. WWE should get rid of the draft again, Johnny. Don't think it's going to be happening. Okay. Yeah. That's right. A lot of love for LA Knight over here as well, I see. Cool. I thought Viking Raiders was SmackDown. No, Viking Raiders are a part of Raw. Yeah, they are, yeah. And of course, coming out right now, Ray on NXT. I see, okay. And once again, guys, we are on a commercial break. Have been watching the show for about 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we're left with about 50 minutes of the show. But so far, it's been so good. So tomorrow night, we're going to be seeing Rey Mysterio on NXT, it seems. So let's see. So it's going to be interesting. So what's going to be happening tomorrow night, just like True mentioned, is that tomorrow night we're going to be seeing a North American Championship match. Dominic is going to be taking on Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio will be there. He will be present in Dragon Lee's corner against his very own son. Mustafa Ali is going to be fighting Axiom, so tomorrow definitely is going to be a Luchador edition of NXT. Tyler Bate is going to take on Noam Dar, and Braun Breaker is going to go after Von Wagner. Is Von Wagner over? I mean, when I was watching NXT regularly, you know, Von Wagner was kind of, I think, in love with Maxine and all that stuff was happening. And I just could not get myself excited about Von Wagner every time I saw him. So right now, as we're speaking right now, is he over or is he still bland? I see Von Wagner as another big cast, to be honest, in the WWE. No charisma, at least from the time until the time that I used to see him. But let me know if he's over now or if you like Von Wagner now. Let's see, Raid's going to try to help Dragon Lee, says Andy. That's cool, that's cool. And Johnny says, AJ, do you do NXT, brother Johnny? Not yet. I used to, but not these days. You know, I take a break on Tuesday nights, but in the future we might do NXT, but you know, not tomorrow. I'll let you guys know if you know, I'll do NXT. Andrew says, has anybody noticed that Rhea has something new on her cheek each week? Really? I'll take a look at what she's wearing tonight. Usually I see a heart, right, on her cheek, something of somewhere over here. Is she having some of her face painted tonight? Let me know. Did we take notice to what was on her cheek tonight? I did not. I'll take a look at it, though, when she comes back. Von Wagner is a full-blown babyface now, really. How do times fly? How do times change? Noam Dar Fierce, Alicia James got her release. Fiancé Alicia James, all right. Okay, Andy. Cora Jade. Johnny brings up the topic of Cora Jade. Cora Jade is also taking time off. I think Natik or Ricky were talking to me about it on Instagram as well. You know, that Cora Jade is taking time off, apparently. She's stepping away. People wondering if she's just, you know, stepping away for good or is just taking time off. Nobody knows. There's speculations out there that she's just going away, that she's, you know, getting her release, that she's not renewing her contract, or maybe she's taking time off. There's a lot of, you know, rumors out there. But let me know what you think. Is Cora Jade gonna come back? Because I think she's gonna come back. She's got Braun Breaker over there. There's no way she's not coming back, right? I love the promo Braun Breaker said about Wagner, says Andy. All right, I'll take a look at that, brother. Andy says Cora Jade left NXT. Von Wagner got brain surgery as a child, using that as his backstory to be a baby. I see. Okay. All right. You know, Omos also had a brain surgery. He had troubles with his brain, and a very rare condition where I can't really recall because it was a very technical medical term that he used in that interview, so I can't recall it. But Omos also mentioned that as a football player, his coach, you know, saw something in him. One of his coaches saw something. He looked at him at the first glance, and he was told, like one of his coaches was told that Omos needs to go and get himself checked because it seems like he has this and this condition. So he went to the doctor's office, and it turned out that he had not one, but two of those conditions at the same time, which happened for the first time ever in any person. Usually you see, oh, by the way, guys, here we are. This is what I was talking about, guys. The big return. You know what I said? Yes. a big return is happening tonight. I was talking about the New Day. This is what was gonna happen. The New Day is here. And you know, the report that I read actually also mentioned Big E, that we might be seeing Big E returning as well, because he is indeed backstage. But Big E not here, out here tonight. You know, it's only Xavier and of course Kofi, but it's great to see them. It's been a while. We have definitely been missing this power of positivity, but the power of positivity is here. And I see Johnny has got those pancake emojis, but they've got no pancakes, but they definitely have got that positivity here tonight. That's right, Gary. It's a new day on Monday Night Raw, and I'll tell you what, after, months and months of absence, it is good to see them back. Even though it's the same old New Day, it's good to have them back. That's right. Kofi has been running around for a while. I see. True. That's right. Glad the New Day returning to Raw. Indeed, Tony. It's great to see them. Cora Jade told the other wrestlers before Great American Bash that she said bye, says Andy. I see. So Cora Jade, of course, her future is... I guess it's up for guesses what she's going to be doing. Is she going to re-sign? Is she going to come back? Is she going to the main roster? Is she just stepping away for now? It's interesting. I think she's going to go straight to the main roster, but we shall find out. Is it me or the fact that The Miz and LA Knight have the same vibes as MJF and CM Punk? Wow, that's a very solid comparison over there. Solid. I guess the only difference is that when you talk about MJF and CM Punk, you're talking about like main eventers, right? Miz... not really main evented, but that's like the only difference, I guess. But very cool, very similar vibes over there. Exactly. Rhea covers her tattoo with different things each show. Sometimes she has a Dom on her face. Yes, I've seen Dom indeed. And here we are, big kick straight to the head of Kofi, knocking him down hard. And now Xavier goes down. Oh my, I would hate for it to happen. Did the New Day just come back here tonight to be the punching bag for the Viking Raiders and put them over? I hate it. I don't like this at all. Oh goodness, and he goes diving down hard on Xavier. Xavier took that like a champion and still kicked out. That's awesome. AJ, you better get ready to make pancakes. You know I love pancakes, brother. I love pancakes. Cora Jade, yes, she did. She did shut down her Twitter. Indeed. True says New Day is winning. They should, brother. They should. They came back after such a long time. They should definitely be winning this match. Absolutely. Now with a series of punches here to Xavier, and he goes down hard. The Viking Raiders just showing off here. I wish that Big E would come back in a monstrous evasion. He would come here, turn the tides around, help the New Day get the victory. But it seems like Big E is not going to be here after all. You know, he's still not cleared. There are still chances that he might never step back to the wrestling ring again. So, still not cleared, apparently. Andy says Rhea Ripley has been hitting on Samantha Iron. All right. I don't know how Dominic feels about that. Our buddy. There you are one more time. Kick to Xavier. Xavier Woods, by the way, really taking it hard tonight. Really being used as a punching bag. Do you know I don't put syrup on waffles, on pancakes. I don't put nothing on them. I see. That's sweet. For me, maple syrup is important, but... it's cool. Maple syrup, and if you topped it up with strawberries, it's great. It kind of reminded me of my college days. You know, when I was in college in New York, we used to set up this, we had something called Family Fridays. It was my idea, all about the family. So we used to have this stuff called Family Fridays every single Friday, where we used to like set up a booth or set something up for the students. Because I was a student myself, but I was a student leader. So one time I had this crazy idea. Let's make pancakes. Let's make a live pancake counter and give away pancakes. And I was like there making pancakes, for the students. It was so funny. Yeah, good stuff. And here we are, guys. Kofi right now. One more time, a drop kick. Finally, he comes in here, and the tides change. The course of this match kind of changes here. Kofi Kingston is in control in that corner now. There you go. Irish whip to the big guy. And he reverses that. Kofi Kingston sent to the corner. Nice moonsault. Going for the cover. Not yet. Kofi is feeling it. He's feeling it. There you go. Beautiful boom drop right here from Kofi. Guys, is it just me, or I want to see Kofi Kingston just one time? Just one time. come out to his old theme song. The old powers, you know when he used to come out, all that stuff. I love those days, you know, boom, 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 and the powers went off. You had the old theme song going on, the old Tron. I want to see that again. I want to see that Kofi Kingston one more time. I used to love that. I still love Kofi, but that day, those days, you know, the OG Kofi, those are some good days. I've got so much love for him. And you know, that was the time, 2010, 2008, so many wrestlers came and they just went away, they just vanished. But Kofi just stood out, you know, his positivity from the very get-go was just so contagious that people loved Kofi. They loved his smile, they loved everything he did. I still remember, 2010 or 9, I can't recall exactly, but I believe it was 2009 when Kofi had a feud with Randy Orton. And Randy Orton was gifted a new car, a brand new car, by the Legacy, by Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. And Kofi Kingston just destroyed the car, you know, spilled paint, red paint all over the car. I still remember it as clear as day. It's crazy. Yeah, I miss those days. Those were great days. Anyways, here we are. Kofi Kingston looks like he's gonna go for big dive to the outside. There you are. And wow. Beautiful dive. I mean, Xavier just went flying down over there, and he gets the victory. The New Day is victorious. Pretty damn cool. And I hope Big E's okay. Well, he's backstage, Ricky, but of course, cannot compete yet. He's not cleared by the WWE doctors to wrestle just yet. It's true. Buddy Matthew and Rhea Ripley's must have a wonderful private life. You never know how private is it or how wonderful is it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Dominic's around 24/7, so I don't know. I would love to see Kofi do that again, says Andy. Me too, brother. AJ, I think I might delete my Twitter too. I don't like on there, you know, I see. Well, if you don't like a social media, just get rid of it. I don't use Twitter either. The only time I use Twitter or open it is to message my brothers. That's about it. I don't tweet. I don't. Kenny Omega smiling already for the New Day with the victory. That's right. It's hard not to, right? Oh my goodness. Becky Lynch is back here.
A week from tonight, you finally get your wish. A one-on-one match with Trish Stratus while Zoe Stark is been.
First of all, I didn't need your help tonight or ever. Got it? Second of all, now that I've taken care of Ronda Rousey, I have a whole list of scores to settle. I mean, man, super. I am very fun.
I guess we already know what Becky Lynch is going to be doing when Trish Stratus is gone. We're going to be seeing a feud between herself and Shayna. Well, coming up next tonight, later on tonight in the main event, still to come is Cody, Seth, and Shinsuke versus Damian, Finn, and Dominic. Still to come, guys. And let's see, the night Kofi dropped Orton to the table was awesome. You still remember that too, Andy? Yeah, this was good times, great times. I feel like WWE, you know, between 2008 and 2010 was fantastic. It was the Randy Orton era that we were living in. The Randy Orton era, the Triple H era. Good times. Randy Orton, it was fantastic as a world champion, as the Viper. It was his peak. 2008, 9, 10, that was the Randy Orton peak. And we had this one pay-per-view called the Bragging Rights. Do you remember Bragging Rights? It was a very short-lived pay-per-view. I believe it only happened like twice. It was a Raw versus SmackDown kind of a thing, much like Survivor Series, but they were calling it Bragging Rights. I really liked the concept. I really liked the pay-per-view. And I remember it was an Orton versus Cena. It was like an Iron Man match, I believe. Yeah, it was an Iron Man, 60-man Iron Man match for the WWE Championship. And Orton just laid out John Cena on top of the stage where the pyrotechnics are, and he went over to the production place, the table, and he started hitting random buttons to get the pyros off. And it was crazy. It was crazy. He tried to burn John Cena right there on the stage. Yeah. 2009, 10, 8 were great times in WWE. I love those days. All right. New Day was the best thing that ever happened to Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E. Absolutely, Gary. Cannot disagree with that at all. Absolutely not. You're right. The best thing that ever happened. I remember before the New Day was a thing, Xavier was so lost. Big E was so lost. Big E was working as a security guard or something. Xavier was absolutely lost, and even the New Day. It's not like they got together and they were just like successful. They had a very hard and rocky road as well to success, where they tried different things. They used to remember back at first they were dressed like all white suit, white pants. And they tried different things. It wasn't really working out until this happened. Big Show was super critical of the New Day from the very get-go. They said it would never work out. It was a bad idea. He asked them to think of something else because this was definitely not going to get over. But, of course, Big Show was proven right. Tony with the wow, I like that. I'm hoping Big E could come back one day. Me too, brother. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's keep our hopes up that Big E recovers and is able to return, because you know that he loves wrestling and he would want nothing more than to get back in here. And when Triple H returned from his double quad injury, it's still the loudest reaction from the fans. Yep, good days, brother. In the beginning, the New Day never did. I never cared about the New Day either at the beginning, So it took me a while. I remember going to an episode of Raw, right? Not a New Day fan, hating the New Day, not liking, it's like the Alpha Academy. Just the way I used to hate Otis and Shad, I used to hate the New Day too, just the same way. But I went to Barclays Center for one of the Monday Night Raw tapings, and the New Day came out, and everybody's like, clapping, all that clapping, and I cannot help myself, but I also start clapping. All that stuff. So you gotta do that, right? So it's hard not to like the New Day, to be honest. But here we are, guys. Once again, commercial break still going on. So I went to the building as a New Day fan, but I left the I went to the building not as a New Day fan, but I left the building as a New Day fan. They won me over with their pure and contagious positivity. Yes, yeah. Let's see. Once again, guys, much love to all of you. Thank you all for being here. It's been a great Monday night watching wrestling, watching Raw with all of you. And thank you for that. And Johnny says, AJ, I became a wrestling fan in 2010 in March. WrestleMania. Before WrestleMania, I was 6 years old. My dad took me to a live event, and I have been loving it ever since. That's awesome. It's awesome. I remember when I was a little kid, right? Can't even recall, 2004, 3, I can't recall the exact year, little kid, and I was switching channels or something happened, and we saw a wrestling match, right? And I liked what I saw, so I stayed there on that channel for a bit, and then all of a sudden there was a bed, and there were pillows, and some divas came out. And I believe, from what I can recall now, I think it must have been a Fulfill Your Fantasy match. It just popped up randomly, right? And I was super confused, and then instantly somebody took the remote off my hand and the channels changed. So that was my first intro to wrestling. Not the best one, but of course then later on I came across Shawn Michaels and Taker WrestleMania 25, and ever since then I was hooked. That's that. And Johnny says 1983. There you go, Andy. That's awesome, brother. That's why I learned so much from you, Andy, and everybody else, and True, and all of you guys. You guys are awesome. Wait a second.
So we came back to do exactly what we do best, and that's become your new. You dance with us on this
Well, Jackie is good, but she'll have to learn to dance a little bit better, right? That was not awesome. But Jackie's cool. She seems nice and positive, and she's fitting in pretty well. It seems like the wrestlers kind of like her. She's got a little bit of personality. Yeah, she'll need to have to work on those dance moves, though. I think Michael Cole does a better dance than Jackie does. Anyways, Wade Barrett has had enough. Yeah, Wade Barrett says, I can be with the new commentary partner. Wade Barrett, I will be more than open to replace Michael Cole. But anyways, let's see. Again, TMZ reporting, Sonya Deville suffers a torn ACL, out indefinitely. Terrible news, terrible news. Sonya is going to be out of action for a bit here. Oh dear, what would you guess? It's already time for the main event. I guess it's time for a commercial break after this entrance. But the Judgment Day coming out now, guys. The Judgment Day on their way out. That's right. Oh, Judgment Day are here. They are indeed here. What's happening? Whoa. Whoa, things just got purple in here as well, as the Judgment Day are on their way out. Wow. I love playing with the lights. All right, let's see. Wade Barrett was saying, I need a new commentary partner. That's right. I love Wade Barrett. And Ricky, much love to you. It's time for the main event indeed. AJ, have you seen the new Cena movie? I've not. The new Cena film that came out with Jackie Chan, right? I've not checked it out yet. Has anybody else? Andy, have you? Or True, anybody? Let me know. And True says, how will Sammy drop the straps? Yeah, he is the champion, along with Kevin Owens. So either they relinquish the titles, or, I don't know, Sammy finds a new partner, I guess. I mean, it's possible to do it. We've seen it with the women. You can find a temporary partner and still defend your championship, I guess. But how is he going to drop the belts? Because he will have to, ultimately, right? He'll have to do it. And Andy says, I will have to rewatch. You'll have to rewatch. So you've seen it again. That's awesome. I have to check it out yet. I haven't checked it out yet. But that's right, guys. We've got the Judgment in here. Oh my goodness, speaking of women, Raquel Rodriguez attacking. Oh my gosh, absolutely assaulting Rhea Ripley. Where are the men at? Where's Dominic at? Is he not going to get in her business now just the way she gets in his business? That's crazy. But Raquel Rodriguez here attacking Rhea Ripley from behind. That's crazy. I guess she's doing the men a favor because Rhea Ripley is certainly not going to be around for the main event. And she goes running over to Raquel Rodriguez, jumping on her. At least somebody cares that Rhea Ripley is a champion and somebody wants a piece of her. That's good to know. I thought that no women cared about being the champion here. And of course, Candice LeRae gets in here as an extra to get Raquel Rodriguez to the back. And Rhea Ripley, wait a second. Who did she grab from her hair and sending her to, oh, was that Indy? That was Indy, all right, cool. Rhea Ripley takes out Indy, she takes out Candice, and now once again her focus is back on Raquel Rodriguez, guys. It's crazy. That's right. True says Raquel with the shorts. I see. I never noticed the shorts. I see, brother. That's cool. Good observation. Oh, dear. It's pure chaos right now. That was nice. I did not expect for that to happen. It was good to see Rhea Ripley getting in there, taking matters in her own hands over there. I had fallen asleep during most of it. I think that speaks a lot about the movie, Andy. If you fell asleep during it, it probably was not a good film. We are getting Raquel versus Rhea at Payback. It seems so, Brother Ricky. Well, Raquel's still going to have to fight. Absolutely. She will. She wants the championship. She wants Rhea Ripley. And I think Raquel Rodriguez is more than ready to become champion, too. I still remember the match that she had on SmackDown with Ronda Rousey. It was a great match, and Raquel Rodriguez is more than ready to be a champion. Be cool. That's right, Andy. And once again, guys, we've got about 26 minutes left before the show's got to be over. Let me see if there's anything else on the dirt sheet that is worth talking about. Any new updates, any new news? Let's take a look. Of course, the New Day came back. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah. Nothing big on the dirt sheet. And let's see what else we have here. Raquel Rodriguez says she wants payback for Liv Morgan injury against Rhea. Yep. And Johnny says, no, but I did see a Disney Haunted Mansion. It was an amazing movie. Danny DeVito made me laugh throughout the film. All right, I'll take a look at it too, Johnny. Thanks for suggesting that. Super Mario was a cute film, says Andy. Once again, guys, I mean, I've got to watch Super Mario. As a Mario fan, as my first video game, I believe, was Super Mario 2. So, I guess I have to watch the film. But I've said this before, I'll say it again, guys. If you have not checked out this film, True Spirit on Netflix, make sure to do it. I cannot recommend the film enough to you guys. True Spirit on Netflix, check it out. And also there's another film called A Man Called Otto. Watch it too. Great films, both of them fantastic films. The films that I watched recently, and I still am in love with them. And let's see, Andy Peaches. That's right. As more game streams. Ricky, you want game streams? You want game streams, guys? Okay. All right. All right, I'll look into it, brother. If you guys want game, the thing is that game streams. I'm still thinking, should we do game streams on this channel? I'm talking about games that are not wrestling games, right? Because I was thinking maybe we should keep this channel wrestling centric only and not other than wrestling. So when it comes to game streams, should we do it on this channel or should we make a secondary channel for the games is what I'm still trying to think. Let me know if you have any suggestions on where should we exactly stream the games, guys. Let me know if you've got suggestions, right? Also, I would like to ask all of you guys for any feedback on the set, on the studio, on the lights. Let me know if you got any feedbacks, any suggestions, any complaints, anything you like or dislike in the lights or anything else in general, because I want to give you guys the best, right? The best quality, the best everything. So let me know if you guys have any suggestions, because your feedback really makes everything better. Let's see. Ricky says, play game on Twitch or any channels. Says Ricky. Okay, brother. I'll take a look at that. I'll look into it for sure. And yeah, with that being said, we are still on the commercial break. But just like I said, guys, your feedback is like very valuable to me. So let me know if you got any feedback to share. Good or bad, they're all like welcome.
Slam. This was this past Saturday night. It was a triple threat. Charlotte had Bianca Belair in a figure eight with Asuka. The reigning champion would hit Charlotte with the miss. The Bianca Belair way. Would pin Asuka to win the championship.
I see here. we got a great feedback suggestion here from Andy. Put a wrestling ring. You mean right over there, like over here or over here? Yeah, actually, those shells are gonna be full with titles. So I will be getting titles soon for those shelves. So wrestling ring, I actually tried to get a wrestling ring. Like they've got those little metal wrestling rings, I guess. So I tried to get like one of those, but upon placing them here, they're like so tiny you don't really get to see the ring. It's like a box. So it just did not look good on camera. That's why I had to return it. Great idea, but just did not look good on camera. But I'll be having titles on the shelves hopefully soon. So, one I'll get hopefully from the US, and one when they come down here, or WWE comes down here, I guess I'll buy one from the pop-up store. And here we are, guys. It is time. It's time for the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, to come out. Let me fix my lights because it's time for the big one. American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Tron. Let's get it up there. That's right. Cody Rhodes is on his way out. Gotta love that. All right, let's see. I don't know, AJ, but I will thank you for that, Johnny. I really appreciate that. You're awesome. Thank you for the love. Let's see. What else do we have? True says, where are the rest of the women on Raw? You're right. You're right. Where are the rest of the women? All the women that we have seen tonight, really. What have we seen? We have seen Candice, Indy, and of course, Rhea. And Raquel Rodriguez. We have not seen any other women tonight, right? Have we? Or Maxine. That's it. We haven't really seen anybody else tonight. Did we even see Sarah? We saw Sarah Logan too. That's it. Yeah, where are the rest of the women? That's right. Johnny says, I love it. Thanks for that. True, good point. And Ricky, thanks for that. Lights are good. Camera mic, good. Better. Your mic is way better. Thank you for that, guys. All right. And nice put the titles over there. Yep. AJ, what about you put the WWE Championship for Raw and SmackDown? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'd like to put one WWE title and one AEW title. But it all depends on what title I can actually purchase, because they're not easily available here, or they're not available at all. So we'll have to see what title I can get, So I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know when I'm purchasing the title, and we'll see. I've given away titles. I've done giveaways because, I can send titles to the US. But over here, it's like hard to do that. But here we are, Shinsuke Nakamura now coming out to a nice ovation. Main event, Shinsuke Nakamura. This guy was so sly. Just trying to get into the main event somehow. Pretty sly with that. It's cool. But Shinsuke Nakamura is on his way out, indeed. How long before people get sick of babyface Cody? I get that, true. I get that. I understand exactly what you mean. And I don't want to say that I'm getting sick of babyface Cody, but I know that the time will come when people will get sick of babyface Cody. It'll come. It'll come. They're protesting, says Andy. Yep. Wait, protesting on what? Andy, what protest are you talking about? Are you talking about the righteous protest or something else? Let me know. And now we are here with Seth Rollins. Rollins on his way out. Okay, we got about 20 minutes left before the show's got to be over. AJ, I have the WWE title, I have the NXT title, the United States title, the Universal title, and the AEW belt. That's awesome. You know what, guys? I don't know if you guys are going to hate me for this, but it's always been a dream of mine since I was a little kid to have the spinner title. I've loved the spinner title. And, I know The Rock doesn't have a lot of good things to say about the spinner title, but I have always loved the spinner. I love this, though. I love this, all right. But I've always loved the spinner title, so I would love to have a spinner title one day. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have here? I have the actual WCW title that Kevin Nash wore. It's a replica. That's awesome, Andy. That's awesome. It's great. Yeah, I need a title too. It's a shame that I don't have one. I need one. Hey, just speaking of titles, you put titles 1 point for All In because we tried. We need champion for the channel. That's right. So, or for All In, we're going to be having a champion, the predictions champion. That's right. And their name's going to be displayed right here every single week, every single time we're here. We're going to be having a champion at All In. We will. Having fun with the lights, AJ. True, you know it, brother. You know me so well. I'm like a kid at the candy store when it comes to the lights and everything. Yeah, I'm having fun. I've got a lot of remotes. I've got one remote here for the lights. Got one here for other set of lights. I've got one here for the TV. I've got another remote over here. I've got a lot of remotes. I've got an iPad. I've got another computer. I've got a computer here. There's so much going on over here. And I've got 2 cups. One for the coffee and one for the water. Lots of stuff going on here. All right. So let's see. The match is underway now.